Oh, your great intro.
I am so glad that
No!
I'm so glad that
Okay, I think sound's working now. Do we have levels?
Yes.
We're going to try to recap everything that we just did. 'Cause it was really
Okay, wait. Let's do a 3, 2, 1.
Okay. 3, 2. Welcome back to Offices and Owlbears. It's another Wednesday night here in the dungeon. The span of time between last Wednesday... No, we're not going to do
was a week.
Anyways, to cut the pleasantry short, Offices and Owlbears equals group of working stiffs plus decided to open up their home game to be streamed plus his wife, our only viewer, equals Offices and Owlbears. I'm not good at math. Hi, welcome back. The other one was better than
Something joke about stiff.
It's always hard to redo the,
And we did our best. Anyways, we're about to play some Dungeons and Dragons. We left off, we were right in the middle of a wonderful new campaign. I want to say 3 or 4 with this group, or parts of this group. Anyways, you guys, yet to be named, I believe, I don't believe there's any group name, traveled to the town of Gargil at the behest of one Celine Liaxana, a mutual friend of your very good friend, Alden Errol, who had sadly perished. You guys arrived to Gargil, hoping to investigate the happenings around town and delve into a mysterious group called the Hebroon to find out whether they would create a problem for the crown head of Masternosha. If so, you were to deal with them. If not, you were to let them continue doing what they were doing so as not to disturb the delicate political balance in the region. Upon arriving in town, you saw various strange creatures in the night running to the first building that was lit. You ran into one Dudley Jenks, a local cobbler, who befriended you, took you around town, showed you some things, and let you stay at his house for the night. He introduced you to the owner of the local tavern, the Wine of Bin Tavern, Eliza something, and find that for me if you don't mind. This gets me every time. And after Hugo had Backstrop. After Hugo had messed with Eliza Backstrop's mind, she was open to discussing the Hebroon, something that you had found, a topic you had found difficult to discuss with the locals. She acknowledged their existence, but little else. The next day, as you were feasting over breakfast, a very professional-looking guard from the town, the Gargil Guardians, note not of the preserve, because there is no preserve presence in Gargil. But anyways, a very, we'll call her boisterous guard showed up. I can't recall her name. I won't say it. I won't speak such things. She let you know that the master of town, Dan Vertus, wanted to speak with you. Upon arriving to Dan's quarters, you found out that the town, a member of the town had been attacked and later died from wounds caused by goblin riders. The master of town feared the goblin riders would descend across the Brineglass River and do more harm to the town and the folk that reside there within. You agreed for the price of 500 gold pieces, give or take, to travel north across the Brineglass to the lower reaches of the Broom Hills and deal with this issue. As you left town, you arrived to the Brineglass River. You met a very tricksy pixie who had you solve a riddle to help you pass the swollen river as immuration had just ended and the snows had been melting, causing this tumult of a river. After solving the riddle, the pixie let you hover halfway across and then ceased her spell, dropping you into the river. Everybody made it to their side. You set up camp. In camp, you were set on in the night by a bunch of wolves. You dispatched with them promptly. One thing to note before we get going, as you crossed the river and made your way north, you did see, even though regeneration has befallen the land, you're going higher and higher. into the Broom Hills, and with that comes snow. Snow on the trees, snow on the ground, and you guys, after besting the wolves, went to sleep and awoke the next day to a very sunny yet snow-grounded day. That's how that works.
10-4.
What do you want to do?
Wake up.
You do that. Welcome. Welcome.
My turn. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I think it's the 6th of Regeneration Dawn. So, happy Regeneration Dawn to you.
And to you, good sir.
Did you wake up as well?
I assumed you cheers my forehead.
Yeah.
No, I'm sleeping in.
I'm just kidding. Where did we leave are the corpses just outside of our little bubble hubble?
Yes, I believe we were running up against time, so we cut it short. If there was something you wanted to do with them before,
I'm gonna go inspect those bad boys.
Okay, go inspect.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will say is up for the purposes of this.
Oh, it's not gonna be great. It's gonna be an 8.
They are very large wolves.
Yeah. Are they're dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Good.
Just sleeping.
I wanted to cut off one of their heads
Okay.
and then put it on a javelin and spike that into the ground.
Okay. You do that. Heads very large, probably yay big, because these are about 6 foot at the shoulder. Huge wolves. And you easily enough manage to hack your way through a head, stick one of your javelins in the ground, mark that off, throw the head atop, and as you do, there's blood and flesh matter kind of dripping off of this head. And the smell by this point, it's not rancid, but it's not pleasant.
Are they haunted?
They make, with your investigation check, they seem normal. He was able to cut their head off, they're dead, there's flesh, blood, so on and so forth.
I'm tending to breakfast over a fire.
Okay.
And as I see Andre, come on, not before breakfast. And I kind of look at him and disgusted.
Oh, I would have done that the night before. The point was to keep things away.
I was also making breakfast the night before.
Okay.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Breakfast for dinner.
Should we cook the wolves?
I kind of take another sniff. I don't think so.
I'm not a big fan of wolf meat, personally.
You never really know what kinds of diseases these things are carrying. So, I mean, you should go ahead, but the rest of us won't.
Oh, that's okay. It's just a suggestion.
Is anybody's passive perception below a 10?
No, I think it is 10.
I'm pretty sure it's not. And this will become apparent soon enough. If it's not, as you awake, you do notice there are only 6 of you rather than 7.
See? I look around.
Wait, I'm here.
Oh.
And you're here.
Wait a minute.
And
What happened to your lovely lass?
Where's McNob?
Slobbin!
Someone check for tracks. Maybe she left in the night.
I just want to look around and see if I see any tracks that look humanoid.
you are allowed
Wait,
to do that, but give me a fry from your box.
And
And you will have a successful.
Harlow,
I'm
perhaps,
also looking frantically.
I don't think I will.
perhaps while we search, some music maybe is in order.
I get a 5.
Wait, did she help us fight the wolves?
A music at a time like this. All right. And I start playing whatever song starts playing.
I'm pretty sure she didn't. I think I got the killing blow on all the wolves.
Oh.
Is Christina listening for volume?
I'm not sure. Her friend's over at the house, so.
So they're probably having a watching party?
They're probably not watching.
Well, did she ever get out of the river? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
She got.
Wait, should we check the banks?
She got
out of the river. She got out of the river and into something else.
You know, I kind of assumed you were the top, but I guess that does make more sense.
You know, I didn't
I never
point
speak
it out,
about my
but
conquest with the ladies.
she's a little scaly for my taste, but hey, to each their own.
I'll tell you, you better keep your mouth off it. You won't be having a taste.
No problem there, Marlo. I wouldn't
Dudley,
touch that.
as you are sitting around the, I don't believe campfire at this point.
Embers.
The camp embers at this point, listening to this group talk about somebody that you know fairly well. You and Miss McNobb go way back, just friends. And and kind of coming to the realization that you've traveled a bit, not in a while. You've traveled a bit before, but you've never spent a night out in the woods, especially this close to the Broom Hills, because as you understand them, they're haunted. But you find yourself alone of sorts because you're surrounded by people that you have known less than 48 hours, and you kind of take all that in as you hear the banter back and forth.
Guys, I'm worried about her.
About who?
Slavin.
Oh, great.
I don't think she could have made it out by herself last night.
Well, you know,
Not across the river.
they do say usually when a woman is, harmed or missing, it's usually her lover. That's the culprit.
I have heard that.
No, you're mistaken.
Dudley, the fifth companion, who has not said nary a word to you before, has spoken. Not to you, just in general.
Whoa!
But he was paying for everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were.
Very generous.
Bought you a nice pair of boots. It's funny how that happens. Anything for the squad.
He's the silent paying type.
Was there a road we were following?
You have a map, right? Y'all set up camp. If I recall, y'all are 100 feet, about 100, 120 feet south of the trail because you got washed down the river, and it's pretty thick woods up until the trail. But there was not a road, more of a trail.
And we are in kind of the woods, but set back a little bit from the river.
Yes.
And its bank. I'm gonna go check the river bank.
Okay.
See if there's signs. I'm gonna go check the river bank to see if there's signs of Slavin.
What are you talking about? You're looking
Well, in
straight
that
into
case,
the
we all go
woods.
with
I'm
you.
not talking to myself.
I did, and I rolled a 5.
Oh, well, can
Yes, you are.
I inspect for tracks as well?
Yeah, make a survival check.
What did I'm just chop suey over here.
It is 11.
You as well.
Survival.
I
I would like to check our campsite for signs of
18.
a struggle, other than the wolf fight.
Okay.
want to search
With
with my heart.
disadvantage. 18 with advantage. You get not.
What am I rolling
Damn
on, by
it.
the way?
Okay.
heart-
Do
my
survival
heart really
with
bugged me on this
disadvantage.
one.
It's really hard to tell because the ground is wet. Regeneration melt. Or I guess regeneration melt. Yeah, and with you, the struggle of around the fire or around the campsite from last night is messing with stuff. But you do manage to catch as you're looking around, not a trail, but you do catch what looks to be broken limbs and brushed back limbs, as if somebody has cut through the dense forest, heading. I guess this wouldn't be north; it would be heading west. Towards the path.
Harlow, I think I might have found something. Come down here. I think it's your precious.
I jump to attention and run over to
I point out the.
Is north towards the Broom Hills?
Yeah, north is Broom Hills, path is west.
This
Where we're headed is west.
No.
I thought we were south of where we're. Oh! I see. Different.
Right, so
yeah.
where it's going, it looks like it's going towards the Broom Hills.
No, it's going towards the path.
Oh.
It's going west.
Okay.
It's going perpendicular too.
Okay, but that could potentially lead up to the Broom Hills if you take the path. Or where we're
It
going.
looked like it. You could see across the river. It looked like there was
If we
something.
believe
I'm gonna start
fire.
walking towards it to investigate.
Well, I was gonna say, if I know McNob, and I surely do, she probably, being the warrior she is, went to take on the mission herself to protect us, and me especially.
That doesn't seem likely to me, but I'm willing to investigate.
She's a warrior of a lass.
Knowing what we know about your tent spell, she had to have left on purpose.
Yeah, unless she got up to use the facilities, so to speak. Maybe she was taken.
Can we hear them?
Yeah, y'all are all.
Even from the river?
You went to the river.
I watched that direction and was investigating, yeah.
Okay. You cannot.
Okay.
It's very
Then I
loud.
don't say anything in response
Says
to
nothing.
that.
I
don't
think
either.
everybody else is
Because
there.
I'm with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all four.
But anything's possible.
I'm gonna walk towards the breakage and check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him, kind of muttering under my breath. but a warrior. A brave warrior.
Miss McNabb.
She seems a little foolish. She's probably just looking for another dad.
I kind of grab him, like by the shoulder. Not a fool. She's created a fool, a love-sick fool. I kind of look up and talk to God.
I've got just a little.
God tells you to cool it.
I get a whiff of the rancid wolves and vomit.
God tells you to cool.
Yeah, when you get over the trail, you see there's definitely recent signs of passage through.
Well, should we tell the others?
I'm kind of over her. Let's go move on.
I make a mental note of where it is, and then very excitedly run back to camp.
God saw lit.
We found a path.
With the divine message.
We found a path.
Path?
A path, maybe where the big lady went.
Maybe.
Slavin.
Should we check it out?
Where was it headed towards?
Well, it was going kind of sideways when we want to be going up.
Well, I mean, we want to go back to the path on this little map, and I pull out the map that the mayor guy gave me.
Yeah,
Was it the opposite direction of this, or towards this? It was going sideways.
Well, it's my understanding it looks like it's going west, but our map is where we want to get to is a little bit north of here.
Yes, but we're over here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get to the path, you need to go sideways.
Okay.
pull a map up. Yeah. I don't have this map. But I'll pull up. Yeah. I'll pull up the. Thank you. That's good. That's a good point. Do you wanna throw the old map screen on, Mr. Map Guy?
Can we zoom into kind of the
Yep.
general area? Oh,
So
Oh,
y'all.
nice.
Oh, why is this not reloading?
No, it's just that pixely.
No, it usually fixes itself.
They might be working on it.
Okay, so y'all are like right here, and the path is right here, and the map's taking you this way. So if you want to get back to the path, you got to go west and then north. Although you can cut through the woods to the north. It's your call.
Oh, well, I think it's going to lead us generally kind of in the direction we're going.
Well, then it means we go that way either way, so.
He thinks she's trying to take on the mission herself, but it seems unlikely.
Well, I think it's a fair brave bet.
Let's just keep our eyes peeled while we're on the path, and maybe there were signs of struggle.
Well, can you pack up your nifty little tent? Because I sure did feel safe last night.
I dispelled the tent immediately.
Guys, it might
All right, it's packed.
It might be wise to stay off the trail.
And I pat Fee on the head too.
I acknowledge what Dudley said and contemplate it.
As a fellow little person, I also think it might be a wise idea to keep a little bit of a low profile.
The woods
But
are
I'm
fairly
no-
thick, though.
Oh,
I don't know if we can get through them too fast if we don't go to the path.
Something you
Forced a
wouldn't
good trail.
Let's follow Slavin. What?
Well, I was just gonna say something, but it was covered. So it's easier for some of us folk to make it through the dense forest, you'd understand. But you did make a great point with Schlobin, so I stand corrected.
What are y'all doing?
I think we're taking the trail.
I'm good with either taking the trail.
Here, I'll show you where it was.
Do you feel adequately heard? I'm only asking you this one time. From here on out, you get no more questions of adequate heardness.
Here, walk with me.
Can I roll adequate herd?
Yeah, do your D4. Okay, so you are going to the path.
Yeah, but I told him, I was like, little people stick together. Come on.
Okay,
So we're leading the way.
You're at least racing one camp, I think.
I'm leading.
You do notice because Miss McNabb apparently has been this way before, it's a little easier, saves you some time, it only takes you a few minutes to get to the path. Had this not happened, you would have been moving at about half the speed you normally would have.
But we're not
given
going
the
to
dense
the path,
forest.
right?
We're following her trail to the path.
Her trail heads towards the path.
Oh, but it goes towards the path?
Yeah.
I thought we were staying off the path.
Unfortunately, we have we found it?
Is it too
Y'all, well, once you start to realize, oh, this is heading west, this is going to take me to the path, we'll say you're 10 foot down the path, or the McNabb trail, and you can bring that to the attention of the old group if you want.
How dense is the forest?
It's very dense. So on her trail, because she's kind of gotten either moved or broken, she was not trying to be stealthy, or if she wasn't trying to cover her tracks. it makes it easier to get through. But if you weren't walking in her trail, your traveling speed would be cut in half at least, just given how dense it is.
I'm forging forward. Somebody wants to stop me.
I grabbed him
Stop
by
me.
both legs, like laid on the ground.
What the
Okay, you'll carry on, or do you want to?
No, I feel safe in the presence of 5 others.
Okay.
I'm going to be suspicious and cautious and cast mage armor on
Fails.
myself. Oh, okay.
Okay, so you
I have
see.
to touch myself to do it.
Seeing his suspicion, it reminds me to be suspicious, and I glance at him and I cast my blade ward.
Well, where are you at in the line?
I'm right behind him.
Oh, probably in the middle.
Okay, so you just see a faint blue glow come on him, and you've casted yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
we took a full rest, correct?
Yeah.
As Alden always said, better safe than sorry. I kind of whisper to him.
Yeah, I guess. And I turn and roll my eyes.
Okay. Y'all continue on. After a few more minutes, you make it to the path.
How big is this path?
Very small. It's single file for y'all for sure, and it kind of heads curving to the north into even with the tall trees. You can see the looming Broom Hills pretty close.
Any tracks?
Covered in fog. You make a survival check.
Oh, I'm not. It's something. 11.
It's really, really hard to tell. Again, everything's kind of mussed up by the regeneration melt. So it makes it difficult to see.
Harlow, what do you think? Should we try to look around for her, or just assume she went the direction that we want to go?
Well, I've already told you, I assume she's taken on this mission, which, not that she probably needs it, but we could probably give her a little hand.
I have little hands.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I look at his little hands.
You spare one of them?
Yeah. We've got 4 little hands here.
As he says, can you spare one of them? I'd look at. No, I'm just joking.
Okay. Y'all heading north?
I'm gonna start heading north.
Okay.
Sounds like.
Anyone not heading north?
I think we're all heading north.
Northward you go.
Sticking with the pie. Go north, northeast.
I allowed this.
Are you nervous on the path?
At about 16 feet, you veer into the forest.
I'm nervous always.
Well, that's fair. Me too.
Definitely not walking first.
As
You can walk second.
As you guys travel, about an hour, the path gets even narrower. Now you can see it's not just a narrow path, but there's brush that's overgrown into the path. After about another half hour, you come across a tree that's fallen across the path. It's not some particularly large tree, but it's going to take some navigating to get under.
Does the path lead us to where we need to go on the map, or are we gonna have to go?
Your map has you crossing the brine glass and just heading straight north. And so, as best you can tell, you're still heading north.
Is that what we're doing on the path?
Yeah.
Can we make like a perception check to see
Sure.
if we're going north?
Yep, make a perception check.
Okay.
North check.
That's bad.
Do probably a survival actually.
Survival, good.
Yeah. Just take that roll and put your survival.
No, reroll
Still
it.
bad.
7. I mean, probably the path is curved, but you didn't feel like the path is looped. You're not sure, but probably head north.
Can I roll a memory check and remember if he mentioned anything about a path?
You make an intelligence check. By he being Dan.
Oh, that's cocked. By the guy who sent us on the mission.
Dan. Call him by his name.
I call him the guy.
Say his name.
I will not say his name until he recognizes Slav as her daughter, as his daughter.
I refuse to speak his name.
Intelligence, you say?
Yes, sir.
Why isn't intelligence under I?
Because it's one of the
one of your
big
big
ones.
Oh.
The big
13.
ones.
Big.
He drew him out. You're not sure. You assume because there was a trail going north from Gargill across the river, showing the bridge, that this is what it was meant to indicate.
I keep that information to myself because it seems obvious and not worth saying. Even though I spent much time dwelling on it.
Hey, so Harlow, what happened with you and Slavin? If I sent some energy.
Well, how old are you? How old are you, young Fee? Louis Fee.
I'm 35.
Well, just a wee lad then. I'll tell you what, Slavin. Question. When a man likes a lady, he will take her to the ground. The woman will say things like, please more, and and don't stop. But eventually you have to stop because you cannot carry on any longer.
I look off in the distance and you hear me mutter, nice.
Oh, here we go. No.
And you say, I must stop. And then it comes to an end. Later, you can go to the floor or the ground again, but not for some time. I've explained this to him. I kind of feel proud.
I have no response and just keep walking, imagining her scaly body.
Corbin, you do hear Dudley. You do hear him mention Eliza's name, the barkeeper at Wine and Ben Tavern, who has been keeping your bar. Do with that what you will, but when he's talking about taking to the ground, he does mention Eliza. So
It's his bar.
no, he just overhears you say her name.
Oh.
As you kind of mutter it to yourself. Okay, now carry on. As you go, cross under the tree, sun now at about midpoint in the day, the trail comes to a stop, traveling 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. It's not, I guess it's less of a stop, more of a fizzle out into less dense woods than before up on the bank of the river, but thick, snow-covered, lightly snow-covered fields, or not fields, forest in front of you.
I'm gonna make a snowball and throw it at Andre.
Okay. You kind of
like this big.
bend down, make a snowball, and it probably is about yay big.
It's like a snowflake.
Yeah. And you huck it at Andre. Make an athletics check.
19.
Square in the wherever you want to hit him.
Yeah, right in the ear hole.
Go! God, this is evil.
Everyone, get ready! I think we're under attack.
What?
I'm gonna throw ice knife at him next.
I freak out and I hide.
Make a stealth check.
Stealth check?
Yeah. Bust out your brand new level 5 stealth.
It's an 18.
Oh shoot!
In the commotion, you'll kind of come back to your senses. Dudley's gone.
Whatever it is, they must have gotten Dudley. Dudley! Mr. Jenks!
Oh no! I mean, it wasn't anything. It was snow. I threw snow. Dudley, it was snow.
What did you do, Pete?
You hear me just like come out from behind a snowdrift?
Oh, I was just having a little bit of fun. I'm pretty bored, and I was also wanting to get Andre's attention because I thought maybe he would have a snack.
Oh, do you have snack, Andre?
I see he comes up this.
We all have some jerky. I mean, I just have rations. Like,
Wolf jerky.
Did you make wolf jerky?
I did not make wolf jerky. Don't you
Damn
remember
it, that's all I was hungry for.
The disease?
When Dudley comes out the snowdrift, Dudley, you're naked as the day you were born. Quite clever to hide in the snow in the nude.
His pasty white body sure blends in with the snow.
The pile of my clothes are outside.
That didn't happen.
Damn.
Okay, you guys find yourself at a loss for path.
Well, should we look at the drawing again to decide where to go? Is it still north?
I pull out the crudely drawn map that the mayor gave me.
Okay.
Where do we think
Does
we
it
are?
look like...
The map just goes straight north and then ends with a little dot.
Well, it looks like the cabin is straight north.
Are we at the end?
Do you see a cabin?
I don't know.
You see a cabin right at the end. Otherwise, it looks like
disappear
we're
into
just going
snow,
home.
or
I look around. Do I see a cabin?
And the snow is very, it's a very light snow, so there's not really drifts. It's more just a peppering of the ground and of the trees, because there's a melt, and you can see, depending on the east to west movement of the sun, only part of the tree still has snow, because when the sun hits it, it melts. But the path didn't disappear into the snow. There's not enough snow for that. What happened is the path kind of fizzled out into the underbrush and the new growth that regeneration brings. But for all intents and purposes, it looks as if the path could go any direction from here.
I'm gonna judge best to my ability about how far we were up the trail if the map was to scale from like how far it took us to get to the river.
Easy enough. Right now, it probably is about halfway.
Halfway past the river.
Probably a little less than halfway.
Less than halfway from where it's marked past the river.
Yep.
Well, if he who shall not be named doesn't map to scale.
Well, that's a big if. That is a big if. You saw him freehand this.
I haven't finished what I said, but we're about halfway, maybe a little less.
Well, so here I'm going to take out my scimitar and cut back some of the brush.
Okay.
See if I can.
It's pronounced scimitar.
Scimitar?
Yeah.
Will you permit use my scimitar?
Permitted. As you submit it, the branches fall before you.
Can I see a path?
You cut. I guess you're cutting.
I'm cutting like kind of wherever the low brush is.
In the direction.
In the direction that I think might be north.
You cut in about 5 foot, 10 foot. Nothing. Just much of the same. Nothing that distinguishes that there is a path here.
I put it up. Well, I'm at a loss. Somebody else's turn.
I look around, seeing nobody, and I rub my hands together.
Well, nobody?
Seeing nobody respond, I'm a bit of a tracker myself, I say confidently. And I eye all the surroundings, and I just hope to God there's some sign of where to find the path.
Survival check.
Wasn't there somebody's homestead who like got attacked and killed?
So the map was supposed to lead you to a cabin.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
There's no trace of a cabin.
Not here.
Yeah, I think Michael tried to look for it.
My survival check. Oh,
You tried to look for the cabin.
I did. When Alec asked if you saw a cabin, I said, I look around. Do I see a cabin?
I didn't even hear that. You don't.
A survival check of, and it is strong. It is real strong. 19.
As best you can tell, there is no path.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty confident the path ends here.
Wait, have you seen any sign of your ground lover?
If I had to guess, she's probably finished the mission and is back enjoying the pint of meat. But we must be sure. But the path ends here. I'm convinced of it.
Don't look at me.
Well, the only direction to go is north at this point.
Does the north look any different as a direction in terms of like?
Can I tell?
For about 10 feet, it does.
Because I've cut it.
So this is just like a little clearing and there are trees
So
everywhere.
not a clearing. Your path, which is cleared, but with some brush kind of growing over it, has come to a point where it seems that the path has stopped, and you're in a forest, but the brush isn't as thick here, so you can kind of see through. It looks like it'll be relatively normal walking whichever way you go, but it's almost as if you've come to a point where any direction set behind you is just as good as any other direction, pathwise.
Do I know if the sun goes east-west?
Sun does go east-west.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we know which way north is based on the sun, so I guess we can just keep moving for now.
Andre makes a good point. There's no better path available.
Good point. Articulated well. Let's do it.
Okay.
Also, why does this path just end here? Is there nothing of interest here? It just people just walk to here and stop and turn around?
My guess is whoever owns this cabin was in the process of making the path and had only gotten so far before.
He wouldn't start from his cabin?
No, that doesn't make any sense. She's lived here for a long time.
Okay, if you know the area so well, then why does the path stop, Dudley?
I don't know. I kind of think if we want to play it safe, we would go back. But if we're looking for the goblins, who knows where they could be?
Wait, I'm just confused why the path would suddenly end and have no end point. But if we need to make a decision before it gets dark, because I don't want to be in here when it's dark.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Make it a survival.
God's my napkin.
13.
Oh, you want my dinner wrapped? The dog was eating it. Yes, sir.
13.
No, I mean, nothing's really jumping out. You did notice the path went from nice to less nice very gradually.
Okay.
But other than that, any conclusions you're gonna have to draw yourself.
Well, I guess we walk.
It is possible we missed the turn, but maybe we could carry on a little bit until we get wary of it.
What's just north on the map of the cabin? Is there like a landmark, like we hit a mountain, we've gone too far?
No, but you do see the mountains kind of looming there in the distance, and you're right now 20 miles maybe south, probably less than that, probably 10 miles.
Well, I guess we should walk.
And you do see while this is a blue sky overhead, at the mountains, it's not even overcast, it's like a dark, stormy overcast, kind of like the storm clouds that you saw in the Broom Hills when you were in Demesh Hold, but a little less ominous. But still, it's a unsettling sight.
I'm unsettled.
I can tell.
Well, Fee, are there any, beasts of burden you could turn into that would get through this heavy brush faster?
I could, but I get really tired when I do it, and I feel like I can only do it twice before I go to sleep and take a nap, so I want to just make sure that we don't get attacked by anything.
And it's a bit thinner here, so it won't slow you down.
But I'll lead the way, because I'm the brave one. I say confidently as I walk past bushes that are taller than me.
Perception check, brave one. As you head off. Is everybody following?
Yeah, follow.
Are we in the brush now?
Y'all are now beginning to go.
Maybe you could turn into a rhino and just
blow.
That's what I was thinking, elephant.
But it's
we could all get on
it's
that.
thinner now, and as you progress forward, it's thinning.
11.
Yeah.
Just like my hairline.
The brush is thinning as you go forward. That's about all you get.
The brush is thinning, as I'm sure we've all noticed.
Just like my hairline. There's a reason I wear this chef's hat.
I keep forging along.
Okay.
And also, is there a tree next to me? Anywhere near me? Near the path?
Yeah. I mean, there's no path, but there are trees next to you.
I'm gonna carve
Now
a little,
becoming scattered.
Now, a little nervous that we might lose kind of the direction of where the path picks up again. I'm gonna carve my F into one of the trees.
Okay.
Well, he's distracted with that. Oh, go ahead.
Well, your fearless leader kind of steps off your trajectory for a bit and begins to carve on the tree, a tree.
While he's doing that, I kind of go over to Andre and I like your friend here. He's got a lot of spirit, but I don't quite trust he'll keep the direction. If you could make sure he's going north, that'd be mighty fine. I don't want to offend the little guy.
No, you make
Can I
a
hear
good point.
him?
I'll keep my
I'm trying to say it quietly while he's distracted.
Yeah.
I'll keep my eye on the sun and make sure we're still headed north.
While he's carving his F into the tree, I'm gonna go up and carve a heart around the F.
Okay. So you see Corbin come up behind you and just kind of reach over your shoulder and begin to start the tip of his heart at the top of your F and begin to.
Oh,
you don't know
Corbin,
what
it's
it
been
is,
so
but
long since we've interacted.
As y'all are now like chest, back of the head to
Stomach.
groin.
And then I put a little plus C after his F.
Well, I do appreciate the gesture. Here, walk with me in the front.
Let's do it.
You accept his invitation. All
I
right.
accept the invitation.
It's Corbin and Fee lead the way. Y'all.
While we're going, I want to keep an eye on the sun, just try to use it to make sure
Why,
we're
by
going
the
north.
I'm not gonna be like. I'm gonna be like.
Right.
Can be corrective.
Just make a survival check. It does get harder. Actually, no. It does get a little easier now because the trees are starting to thin a bit.
13.
Yeah, easy enough. So you're heading north, and also in addition to the sun, you've got the Broom Hills that are looming, that are getting closer and closer. You guys managed to
Wait, can I stop and make an insight check to see if I think we're like completely maybe walking into a trap or something?
make an intelligence. So insight would be like to perceive intentions in a person. So this would maybe be more of an intelligence check.
Okay, if I think something's up.
Yeah, just make an intelligence check. And then specifically, well, tell me what your number is first.
14.
What do you mean by something's up? Like you're heading into a place that you think is haunted. That's up. You were following a path that kind of fizzled out very slowly, gradually, as if time had overtaken it, perhaps from disuse. You were following a map that was supposed to take you somewhere that appears to have been incorrectly drawn, or you followed an incorrect path. So those things come to you with that roll, but conclusions that you would draw from them, that's on you.
Okay.
It wasn't. If it was better, I could have drawn some conclusions for you. But
Or you could maybe insight or intelligence check something specific, and he might give you.
Sure.
Do I?
But you're gonna do that with disadvantage now, just because.
Oh, I thought you could turn that roll.
Yeah,
to something
I'll
specific.
like normally because so how that works is if you try to do essentially the same thing again, or somebody else does, it's disadvantage. But I'll let you go ahead and if you want to intelligence check something specific, I'll go ahead and let you do that without disadvantage.
Keep my perceptions to myself.
Looked at the gift horse right in the mouth. This guy.
Are you the gift horse?
Yeah, he looks at my mouth.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Nothing else.
Forge forward, friends.
You guys forge forward.
As friends.
As friends.
As the Backwoods Boys. That's our group. Is
Okay.
that Backstreet Boys.
The Backwoods Boys have been born.
The backpack.
I throw it out as a suggestion to the group,
Nobody responds.
and I write it into my group names list. It's just at the top. Group
What's it
names.
next to?
Just group names, and the only one so far for group name idea is Backwoods Boys.
What if we call ourselves
Nothing else?
not the Backwoods Boys?
That's the only idea that I've thought of, and I haven't heard. I also he says that, and I say not. I write not the Backwoods Boys. There's another idea.
How are those boots holding up?
How are the boots holding up?
You did well enough. They're stretched out. They're now. I mean, they're not as large as they were after he put the old boot stretcher on them, but they're comfortable. They're not.
Well, my feet feel
Undersized.
fine, so I'd say you're doing some pretty handy work there. Now, if only they could do whatever you want with the Habrun.
What?
If only they could do whatever the Habrun asked of you. Would it make them invisible, or?
Well, like I said, I'm not nearly the craftsman my father was, and he couldn't do it, but
Okay.
maybe you'll have to test it out.
I don't know what that means, but okay. I don't know how that would work. I would assume if I put them on, I would turn invisible if they were that
Click
way.
your heels together.
I click my heels together.
Okay, and as you do, nothing special happens.
Wow.
Well, nothing special happened. I do it in like rapid succession, you know?
Yeah, Andre's kind of back there, toe tapping, heel tapping. You guys travel on till about darkness sets in. Again, a little colder now. You're probably in your 40 degree range here, Fahrenheit, getting close to freezing. As the sun passes away, you see more snow as you've headed further north, lingering around past its time. Again, trees getting a little thinner here as you go forward, but no cabin and no path. What do you want to do?
Is it possible we went off path? Or, I mean, off direction to the
It
cabin?
certainly is. I look around at the dense forest everywhere.
It's actually not really dense here. You've emerged more from a forest and more to like a shrubby, not a plain land, but you're going now, getting very close to the base of the Broom Hills, and so the forest, while there's a bunch of forest up in the Broom Hills, it's almost as if like a recession of the forest before the big boy. So it's you've got large shrubs now.
I look around at the
trees.
scenery. That it's clearly not a path, and I say my
Nice.
joke.
Was the map
Grasses.
supposed to lead us to the cabin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're definitely not going to a cabin anymore.
Do you say that out loud as Dudley, or do you say that to
Okay,
us?
out loud I say,
I don't think we're headed towards the cabin, guys.
Well, Dudley, have you ever been to the cabin? Because none of us have.
have I?
No, you haven't even crossed. You've crossed the brine glass, but using the normal domain roads, you've not crossed it here.
Well,
Have I heard anything about it? Do I think it's up in the mountains?
You know
Don't I know the guy?
you know that this. Wait, I'm sorry.
Don't I know the guy?
You did know the guy. You heard that he died. You didn't know him super well. You heard something going around about an issue that happened up north of the Broom Hills, but make me an intelligence check. Or sorry, north of Garrigal.
19.
Yeah, this didn't jump out at you before by any stretch of the imagination, and now it doesn't really jump out at you, but you just, as you've come to the bridge, you see the path in disrepair. You don't remember ever knowing of this bridge being in repair, if that makes sense. You've not used it before. You've heard of it before, but I mean, for all you know, it's just not really talked about very much.
You're referring to the river bridge?
Yeah, River Bridge.
I thought he was asking if
But he's asking.
he knew where if the
He's
cabin
asking if
was
you
in
knew
the
where the
hills.
cabin, how deep in the hills.
Yeah, I
the cabin was.
know. I'm just telling him what he gets with that roll.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm just gonna share my general perception as it was.
I feel like I trust you guys enough now that we can speak openly out here, but the corruption of the Broom goes deep in Garrigal, and I'm suspecting that some of the members, such as the mayor, might be under their control. They might have wanted to get rid of you lot, seeing as
Wait, do you think this is a trap?
it could very well be.
And this is
I
the
don't
first
know
time
if
you want to
they're-
mention this?
Wait, I
After
immediately put together
Turn
a
into a badger.
Okay, yeah.
I start a fire.
You do, and it kind of cuts back against.
But I'm gonna
the night.
put a fire on. I'm gonna make 4 separate fires, one like each cardinal direction that I approximate.
As you do that, you do not. It's not like the fire caused this. It's very distant. But you hear a very distant, very loud screeching sound. And by distant and loud, I mean it's you can tell that it's far away by how it reverberates, but it is loud enough to where you can hear it clearly, almost like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, but is it like a "I'm coming for you" scream, or is it like a "help me" scream?
It doesn't. It's not necessarily. It's a screeching, so not really a scream.
Same question, but replace the
Is
word
that
scream
is
with
it ominous or
screech.
in distress?
Yeah, is it
Ominous.
Can we tell the direction it's coming from?
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's almost as if it's. There's something about it that cuts through the air and gives it some echo. So it doesn't. You can tell it's not coming from all around you. It's hard to pinpoint a direction. Roll me a d20.
Do you want the straight roll or?
Yeah.
15.
It seems like it's coming a little bit from the north, a little bit from the west.
Should we-
Distance, hard to tell.
Should we set up some like defenses or something? I mean, I can dig trenches, or we can put ourselves elevated. I mean, I can start digging. I don't know. What do we do? What do
Well,
we do?
settle down. He's just made a suggestion. I mean,
Well, but I trust him. He's the only one from here. He's the one who knows the most about this. We don't even know what these words
how
mean.
does this make any sense?
could
I
you
mean, he
set
sent
up
us on a
that,
mission
that
for
invisible barrier
500
again?
gold. And I just been thinking about the 500.
Yeah, but he hasn't paid us the 500 gold.
Yeah, but he will when we get back with.
Or it was a
goblin-
lie.
The goblin guys.
Always trying to get rid of us. I mean,
I
Andre
mean,
wasn't
you're-
exactly inconspicuous.
And then they didn't want to loan us any weapons? We had to steal a weapon?
No, but he is friendly with him. He wouldn't send his Dudley here on a trap mission to the Broom.
Yeah, I can definitely set it up, but it's gonna take a few minutes.
Well, if that screeching is coming for us,
I think we
What
better
time
start
of
now.
day? It's like dusk.
Yeah, it is dark now.
I kind of like
Okay.
roll my
Yeah,
eyes at them,
I'll start casting,
being all concerned.
but it's gonna
about
take
this
11 minutes.
we're not concerned about his suggestion as much as that giant screeching sound we just heard.
Oh wait, was this screeching sound something very unusual?
It was described as ominous.
It wasn't something that you would. I mean, it's nails on a chalkboard-esque. Not that but you would have come across a similar sound in your travels. 2 nails on a chalkboard, but with this volume and something about the reverberation in it, it's unique.
Does anybody know how to set traps? I can dig a hole real easy. We can set up something, and cover the hole and set up.
I'm entranced in my
Oh yeah,
ritual.
I'm just keeping an eye out
Andre.
kind of north and west. Well, he's gonna set up anything better than we can. If you want to do trenches, that's fine, but I suppose it might just be looking out more than anything until we're ready.
You guys sound like you've never been to a haunted hill forest hills area before.
I haven't.
Well,
Around this time,
I guess,
you're-
but I guess believe word of
Jesus,
myself.
that scared me to death.
It's haunted. This room is haunted.
Wolves! Wolves again!
Some ominous music.
You do hear again similar volume, a little quieter, but sounds like just deep, kind of guttural moans.
Close.
Hard to tell.
McNob.
Night creatures. Oh my god, I forgot about McNaub. Do you think she's been
sounds.
eaten?
She
Was that
only
her
makes that
screech?
sound. She only makes that sound when she's being eaten.
I'm vomiting in.
How did that happen? How did you do that? As if you planned it.
We didn't. He's just quick.
I'm a quick-witted one.
He's quick in a lot of areas.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody else come up with ideas. Nobody's picking up on my ditch
Again,
ideas.
you
Nobody
hear
likes it.
Distant.
Whoever he is. I'm just kidding.
It's distant. Does it sound like it's getting closer though?
Not closer than last one, no.
And so, just so
This
that we
one has
have our-
almost even more reverberation. And make an intelligence check.
I've got our fires set out kind of at like. Actually, so I'll do a 5th fire. I'll set up a 5th fire while this is going on, kind of in the center. So the 4, like the total kind of diameter is about 40 feet for the outskirts.
Okay,
for,
so it's a big old
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I
It's
guess
only 10 feet between each side, right? Oh no, diameter, not circumference, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how you make 4
Okay.
points into a circle.
Well, between each other.
Oh,
the
okay.
distance between
Yeah,
each
okay,
other.
okay,
If you were to draw a circle out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it, then
You're making sense. I'm stupid.
I got it.
He's got it. You complete your tiny hut.
All right. It's done. We should be relatively safe in here.
Well, we can take a long rest and wait for actual daylight, or I don't know what else we can do. That sounds scaring me to some extent.
Me too, as you can tell. Does it sound any closer?
Nope. Just very echoey, reverberating.
And how close did it sound?
Hard to tell. I mean, not close, but that.
Is it
and then
clear
the
that it's
screeching
not?
sound again?
Is it clear that it's not Schlabentown? Or
It
How familiar does it sound to you?
sounds
That's
very
what I'm asking.
unfamiliar.
okay, so there wouldn't be a part of me that wonders if it's.
There may be.
Can I perceive that?
Make an intelligence.
Ooh, I have none. It's low. It's like 4 or 5 or something.
It's Slaven for sure. You don't know.
Oh, damn it. Force him out.
It's Slaven. Miss McNob. Miss McNob.
Is it actually? I think it is.
No, you just don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Could be,
Force him out.
it could be McNob.
I'm gonna
It
use.
could be McNob.
I'm gonna step, just barely outside of the thing and cast minor illusion, just kind of up in the front, and make the screech sound again. Make it sound like the screech is over there.
As you do that, you see, again, this is not a treed forest, really. It's more of a large brush. You see behind some distant brush, about 50 feet away, when you do that, red eyes that turn back towards you. And by turn back, I mean you can see them as they come around this way, and then they disappear again. And you can't see what they belong to in the darkness.
Once that happens, because the range on this is 60 feet, I'm casting bonfire right on it.
Okay, so it's really, okay. If it's bonfire 60 feet.
Yep.
You cast bonfire right on the when the thing turns away. You
cast where it was. I
yeah.
guess.
Okay. So as you cast bonfire, a very large brush shrub just ignites in flame right in front of you, and it burns very, very hot, very fast, which is perhaps somewhat striking because of how wet everything is. But you do see a shape when that happens, dart up and away.
Like north?
Yeah, northwest.
Okay.
Very large shape.
Did y'all see that?
I assume we did.
Did they see it? If not, then I explain what just happened.
Yeah, we'll say. I mean, probably not.
Well, because he casted screeching sounds, and then he casted bonfire.
It's very quick. I'm just, the reason I'm assuming not is he's looking where he's casting. So I'm assuming he's focused on that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming nobody else is focused, but
I probably, when he got in, went out and cast a big
he tells you about it. So
Either way.
So did any of us see the?
Probably not.
Do I have any idea what it might have been?
No, it was just very large, very red eyes.
Okay. All right.
Didn't that thing that we saw when we were coming to town watching us have red eyes? That guy with the big old teeth things? Do you remember? On the
Yeah, it
roof?
was like a spirit of some kind, I thought.
That or something related to the room.
Well, this thing was huge. It looked massive even from approximately 50 feet away.
What did it look like, exactly?
It looked like a large shape.
Four-legged, you could tell.
A four-legged large shape. Was it? Maybe it was a wolf again? I don't know.
Likely not a wolf.
I mean, we know there are wolves here, but...
Did it catch on fire at all as it ran off?
No.
You said, now what direction did he say it was?
It was, I think you said it was out kind of northeast and then it ran off northwest.
Right, so it just kind of ran off out of your vision.
Well, so I said, it looked back at me whenever I threw the screech. Maybe I should do that again. So I step out just to the northwest edge and throw the screech again.
Okay. And as you do that, you see, again, northwest, but very distant this time. You do see a flicker, two very, well, from this distance, small, red somethings, and then disappear again.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the bonfire as far as I can get it and close to it as I can to try to see what's going on.
It's well out of a 60-foot range, but you throw it and you right in that direction, and you don't see anything.
I'm back inside our hut.
Bitch, stay up.
If it's just a wolf, we could go
Yeah, maybe
after
we
it.
should just hunt the thing down.
I somehow don't think that's...
I'll hold down the fort.
It is 6 versus 1 wolf. We took out 3.
How do we know it was one?
That's
Yeah, if we're just counting legs, it's 12 against 4.
Well,
You know what?
we don't
That's
know
a
it's a wolf.
good point.
I think we should be careful up here, guys.
That's a worse ratio.
Listen, if there's any chance McNob's out there killing that wolf for golden glory by herself, we ought to help her.
Yeah, I want golden glory.
Dudley knows this
point.
area better than any of us, and he thinks we should stay here, so...
I can't tell you, I wouldn't be too apt to take advice on golden glory from Dudley. Another thing, boot making.
No offense.
You could prove me wrong, of course, but seeing you naked in the snow like you were.
Yeah, it does seem pretty glorious to me. Not much gold, though.
Okay, so what do we do?
Well, I'm tempted to say just go to sleep. I mean, I think we're pretty safe. We can keep watch just in case, but...
The fires out there should last a little while.
And this thing should last long enough for daylight to break and us to gain that advantage, because right now it seems like they can see us a hell of a lot better than we can see them.
I'm with Andre.
I'm gonna stick my hand out again and cast Minor Illusion, like red eyes, out there, but like looking away to maybe, try to draw some attention from the other eyes.
You do that. Nothing. You don't really see anything, except for your two bonfires now raging away in the forest. Well, not the forest,
Burning
the
shit down.
shrubland.
I have to stay here in order to keep this ritual up. But if someone wants to do some surveillance, I can turn them invisible. Harlow, I think you could do the same.
I could do the same. I could do it.
I mean, you're just as talented as anyone else.
Oh, please don't. I have very unconvincing humility in my talent.
But just keep in mind that this would just be surveillance. Any kind of attack, any kind of spell
is anyone here
would
particularly
end the
stealthy?
invisibility.
I've got some talents in the area. but-
You snuck away behind a very small amount of snow somehow earlier.
If stealth is what we need, I suppose I could volunteer.
Well, it sounds like there are two of y'all going, so if Harlow can do it.
I'm
Should the little people go?
well. I'm about 40% stealthy, but I'm happy to forego my search for.
What's the hurry, guys? Why don't we wait till the morning?
I'm mostly concerned about McNob.
I'm pretty stealthy too.
I don't know how invisibility works. Can 3 people go?
It depends.
I mean, can 3 people get? Can you cast on someone and yourself?
No, so you can cast it. If you cast it at 3rd level, it's only 2 people. Either yourself and someone else, or 2.
Oh, you can cast it on 2 people.
You have to use a 3rd level spell slot, though. Instead of,
Yeah.
Is it 2nd or 1st normally?
Second, yeah.
I see.
Do you have a 3rd level spell slot?
I did, but they're not something I give up easily.
And any kind of attack or action, like a spell, will end the invisibility.
What is your spell slot capacity at some level 3s?
2.
Mine's only 1.
All of ours are two.
Mine's only 1.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah. Well, he's often. I think the 2 of you should go.
Okay.
All right.
Are you sure about this?
No, because it seems like we can just safely stay in this. But it seems exciting to go.
I mean,
I want to cast heroism on both of them.
I have to admit, I'm just as curious.
What does that do?
They're immune to being frightened. They're imbued with bravery. They gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier at the start of each of their turns.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Monitor that. For me, it's a lot.
I don't know what my spell has.
I'm supposed to be
Oh yeah, plus 3.
I'm gonna bardic inspiration. then
Yeah,
as
well, now you've got heroism.
Against being afraid. You're not scared. You're the opposite.
And I will,
All right.
Sometimes a spell causes like frightening, which basically gives you like disadvantage on a lot of shit. I think that's what frightened does, right? It gives you like disadvantage on like attack
I
rolls
think
and
it
some other
makes
things.
you disadvantage against the thing you're frightened of, and it makes you not be able to move towards the thing you're frightened of.
Okay.
You know, immune
But
to that.
basically, like if someone tries that against you, generally you have to do a saving throw, and you get to roll twice.
You do feel courage.
Well, let's just make it quick, and let's make a deal that if we're not back in 10 minutes.
Definitely 10
They
minutes.
will have a funeral grand and vast for you.
No, I'm the one who digs graves, so you need me alive for a funeral.
I'll put my hand on both of their shoulders,
Okay.
and just tell them, be careful out there. There's no telling what might be out there. And cast invisibility.
Now,
Yeah.
if you need advantage,
So y'all get 3 extra
Minor
temporary hit points every
illusion.
turn, which I think goes above your max.
minor
Yeah.
illusion is. How about a kukul do sound? But make it fall away from you. That way you can.
I
keep
will, but then I'll lose
invisibility.
my invisibility.
Yeah, you
No,
can't
that's
cast
not an attack. I thought it was only attacks.
He said spell.
Oh, right.
Spells and attacks.
Oh, okay.
But you guys also have Bardic Inspiration, both of you. I can use 2 slots.
We are freaking jacked up and ready to rock.
Okay. Is you guys?
to walk around stealthily? Do we need to make a stealth roll?
And you'll make them with
With
advantage as Hugo comes behind you and touches you and tells you to be careful.
All right.
Both of you guys disappear from sight.
Oh, good.
All right, mine is 26.
My best is 19.
As you guys,
Doesn't it get like add additional?
Huh? No, mine doesn't add to stealth.
Okay.
you can use Bardic Inspiration if you want to roll a d8.
Just to tell you what,
I'm good right now.
Bardic Inspiration. Well, make sure they don't use it dumbly. I have to take a lead.
No. I'm already 26.
Yeah. Okay, you know how.
You probably should use it though. No, you guys head out. What direction are you going?
We're going northwest.
Okay, so
exactly.
towards your one of your burning bonfires. As you do,
In between.
very slowly, very quietly.
Tree to tree.
Tree to tree. Both of you make your way. You make your way up to this fire, which is burned itself out. Pretty much the shrub completely gone. But when the fire got down to the damper earth, it did not find any purchase. You guys make your way up to the tree. Make a perception check. One with advantage or both.
What?
Both make perception checks.
Yeah, with it, either both of you or
I
one
gotcha.
person with advantage.
One with advantage.
Okay. $22.
You do see about 50 feet. So now you're about 60 feet away, 50 to 60 feet further than that, you do see a shape of movement. Not fast movement, but it's just because you have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just contrasted against.
Do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's just contrasted against the
Aren't you? No?
the other the dark backdrop of your vision. As you do see just slight movement.
Did you see that? Oh, no. Actually, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, but I'm going to get, like, on him and be like...
What did you see?
Wait,
Okay.
I remember y'all are imbued with bravery.
Yeah, true.
Can we not talk to each
But
other?
he can't... Do I know that he can't see?
Oh.
We can't really see? I mean, we made the fire was easy to get to.
It is probably not come up. So much like it depends on do most people feed come into contact with have dark vision?
Yes.
Most people in all the world.
Doesn't he live in a town?
I
of
live in a
gnomes?
town of, like, a bunch of gnomes and stuff.
Not gnomes, but druids.
I mean-
some druids. But I think dark vision's a racial thing. We'll say do with it what you will.
No, he's a no.
Right.
So he lives in a town.
I
of
live with
gnomes.
gnomes.
No, there's some gnomes, but it's a town of druids mostly. If there's any,
it doesn't matter. Okay.
You didn't see her. Can you see very well at night?
Not particularly.
Can you see very well at night?
yeah, y'all can speak up. I understand you're whispering.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing turns around. No.
Okay, so it's like kind of north.
It is more a little more west than north, but yes.
Okay, let's remember where these embers are, and let's head that way. There was something slowly moving out there. We're gonna be very quiet. That sounds good.
We're gonna move that way.
Make another stealth check with advantage.
Another
Oh no, he already said they're gonna be very quiet.
Oh,
that's
sorry,
a good point.
Yeah, do another stealth check with
Another
advantage.
It's 28.
Natty 20.
Nat 20.
Okay, both nat 20.
No.
I got nat 20 actually.
No.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he had.
He did.
Oh, okay, what'd you get?
19.
I had 28. Wow.
I got a 1
Okay.
on the first one.
Oh my god. You guys make it again about another 50 feet, and you do see something. You just see kind of a dark shape of an object. Again, kind of looks like a wolf. You, with your dark vision, you see something. You see something that's about the same size as the other wolves that you encountered, but this one much thinner. You see in this range, even though your dark vision doesn't really give you colors, the mixture of your dark vision and your close range, you can start to see you don't see red eyes, but you do see a red tint to the fur. You do see something like almost oily on the paws.
Does it look haunted?
Make an. This would probably be make a
Religion?
yeah, probably make a religion check. Ish.
What does it do? I don't know.
9.
It's
It
hard
looks
to tell.
red.
Are we near the hills?
Y'all are pretty close now, a couple miles away.
Oh, we're still a couple miles away.
Yeah.
And do I only see one? Do I see any signs of other ones?
Make a perception check.
14.
You just see the one. But as you guys are getting closer, you do see the head tick up, and you see it turn towards you, and you can see its nose.
So I can see it now too.
Oh yeah, and when it turns towards you, you see bright red. Well, I guess dull, deep red eyes.
And what is it? It's a furry,
It looks like
skinny
wolf
wolf
maybe.
thing.
Yeah. Well, with
I am
as
going to.
as it starts taking steps. Towards
Yeah,
you.
we're moving.
You're moving. Okay.
Slowly backwards.
Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm
backtracking.
holding on to him
Okay, make stealth
Yeah.
checks.
with advantage.
Yep.
Another net 20.
Oh,
So 28.
fuck me. 18.
Yeah.
I got a 2 on the first roll.
I know.
This advantage is
Your
absolutely
guys'
insane.
first rolls have been like really bad.
As you guys begin
Oh, yeah, except
to
for
head
that
back
one,
very slowly, when the sound was
Don't.
backing up quietly, you do see this thing with its nose as it's sniffing, coming in your general direction. A little faster, quite a bit faster than you guys are able to move with your stealth.
All right, so I kind of grab you and drag him behind a tree and we hide.
Okay.
And because it's moving faster than us.
Yeah.
How far away from my nearest bonfire are we?
Right now, I'd say you got pretty. I'd say you're 30 foot, probably, because unless you wanted to get, because as I described it, you got about 10 foot away from it, and so now I'd say you backed up about 10 foot. Is that you were looking at?
That's super. Yeah, no, I'm thinking. I just get a dumb face when I'm having to use my brain.
Yeah, that was super.
I'm gonna resist getting pulled behind a tree because I can tell that it's smelling for us, and I want to get closer to the fire.
Make a strength check, both of you.
It's 3.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's 13 plus.
As you grab for him, he kind of just jerks out of the way. Make stealth checks again. Normally it'd be a disadvantage. Just do this for normal, because now you're reaching for him. He's resisting and now pulling away, and there's a small struggle. So we'll see.
15.
27.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. As you kind of go behind the tree and pull him, you get behind the tree very completely silently. As you pull away, you do step on some leaves. Not very loud, but it's not exactly quiet. But as you kind of step on them and look, you see it, the whatever this is, eyes kind of locked in your general direction. It's as if the sound either didn't hear it or it didn't need to hear it, as it's still progressing towards you.
Me?
Towards y'all's general direction. Now it's about 10 foot away.
Okay, I'm still moving backwards, but I guess he's behind the tree.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't necessarily know that.
But the thing is still moving.
Let's go
towards-
ahead and put a map out just so we can see where we're at here.
How long does invisibility last?
5 seconds.
Really?
I think it's an hour or
Isn't it?
I thought it was one of the short two.
Oh,
or no, I think it's an hour. This is
There.
me.
Oh, this
I have a
is
little
what's his
dagger.
face. Me. No.
This
Slobbin.
will be good. Ooh.
Schlobbin McNobbin.
So they're about 100 feet away from us.
Right now it's about 67. Yeah, about 100.
Lord of the Rings hiding from the fucking whatevers. We got our 2 short people hiding from something.
Wait, but
So-
if
That's a good one.
I thought you said I was. So now I'm only 20 feet away from my bonfire.
No. Y'all are way back over here. This is just this isn't a campfire. This would be a bonfire.
Yeah.
This is the 10.
So we'll
It's like
say
a perfect map for the situation.
Yeah.
we'll say right about here-ish. As this is about where you
hide behind the tree.
Yep. Okay. So if that's you, then you're kind of just off to the side. As you're back, and y'all are probably not beyond yet. But we'll just reuse this if need be.
How far away from us are they?
So they're about it's close to 100 foot.
And I am kind of peering out, just trying to keep an eye out for anything going on out there.
With the bonfire. What's your dark vision?
60 feet.
So you're running out right about the
Half
bonfire.
outside dark vision, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
right?
Well, I think so.
I'm quite
I'm
90.
No, 80. Yeah.
I'm still moving.
120 is
Okay.
backwards.
So I'm just saying, while this is going on, I'm peering
So
out. to kind of see
anything
if-
between
if
80 and 120 you would do
it's
at disadvantage.
continuing on.
Because you're like firing too far out.
As it gets to the tree, as you're kind of hiding behind the tree, you see this very large beast, and as it comes closer, you can smell
crossbow, right?
like a rancid smell coming off of it, like dead flesh. And this is intense. And it passes you, sniffs, turns around at you, and it's going to make an attack.
Wait, what? I already rolled like 3 28s.
Yeah, he rolled 2 20s in a row.
I know, but it's.
Hey, wait. Can I? I mean, if he's,
you can't stealth your smell.
if I'm looking
He's got
at it
advantage
turn
on it.
towards him, can I do something real quick?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
That's visual, as best I understand, visual and sound.
Then can I grapple? Right as it.
Well, here I'm gonna. The second it turns towards him, I'm casting Thunderclap, and so just boom.
We're gonna all three roll initiative here to see.
But that's before, right? The Thunderclap.
No, because it's gonna all happen. He's turning, so now we're seeing before he turns and makes an attack, which will be a disadvantage because he's invisible. Do you get Thunderclap off, and do you grapple first?
Okay.
So everybody roll a d20, add your dexterity or your initiative.
How close are y'all
modifier
to
to
the
it.
bonfire, the nearest bonfire?
We're supposed to be like around 20 away from it, and we're around. But see, the math doesn't work out perfectly because we should be about 60 away from them if we're about 20 away from that.
That is 60 foot out. So y'all are 60 plus. You're
I
about.
told you it was 40 in diameter, but that's fine.
They're camped because you casted your bonfire, your max range, 60 foot.
Oh, this is the random one. You're right.
Right. And so
right. It's not my place.
You're 60, 70, 80, and he's 90.
Okay.
And I am peering very vigilantly.
But right now,
Yeah, I
it's
don't-
out of your.
Yeah, I don't know if the thunderclap or anything makes any
It
sort of.
should get back.
And so what are we rolling
It's
now?
100 feet.
So you're rolling
What's
initiative.
that box right there
It
next
is.
to your AC? Yeah,
Initiative.
and that's the
And
order.
did you
of
say
what
add
attack.
dexterity?
No,
You have an initiative.
dexterity is the same as initiative unless you take a perk. It's why he said it.
So you should have a little box.
That's not your
there.
dex. That's a dex saving throw. This is your actual dex.
Or it should say initiative right there.
Yeah, no, I was just
19,
explaining to him.
19,
the
16.
16.
Wait, do we get advantage?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Fee. You.
But is this going to be my turn in battle?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get this off.
No, I mean, because he's going, and if you're waiting on him to go before you do anything, it's gonna see who can do what first. Plus, you didn't know he was doing anything. He's going towards you, and then a turn. So, you get your thunderclap off though.
Okay. All right. Yay.
All right. What? Tell me what it does.
They everything within 100 feet can hear this huge clap of thunder coming from
all of y'all.
But I did this as a just. How close am I to this thing?
You're about 10 foot. So.
Okay, so that's all it does is alert them.
Okay. It doesn't do any damage to it.
I thought I was 5 feet away from it.
No, sorry. Okay.
When I hear that noise, I say.
when I hear it, but
Oh, I was gonna say.
Also, I'm no longer invisible now.
Bro, yeah. Okay, this is actually gonna be very interesting. Okay. Y'all can all roll initiative, but this is gonna go on before y'all's.
can you
I know
tell
that-
when that invisibility drops?
Sorry?
His
No.
invisibility spell can on.
No, it's.
Fee.
I
Just
doubt
so you
it.
know.
I don't think it's concentration.
If I know that sound, it's
Oh, yeah.
thunderclap.
I think
It's
that's
a thunderclap. If I know my own mom, because I used to know that spell for 2 levels.
Dudley, what are you doing?
And
So
As you,
our
as you
signal
see
voice.
this wolf turn towards you, but before it can reach out and bite you, you hear this thunderous booming sound.
And it just
Alright.
shakes everything.
Did
Yeah.
I already try to grapple to like get up in the tree?
Okay, if you're gonna try to do that, that's not gonna be. You're trying to climb the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say because of the thunderclap, because normally
And
like
he's
it was
invisible.
making an attack, even though you're invisible, it's smelling and it's going to take one with disadvantage. But because of the thunder, the sound, it distracts this thing for just a moment, and you can try to climb. So make an athletics check. So instead of a grapple, because a grapple is if you're trying to hold, like if you wanted to hold on to the beast so it couldn't move, that's a grapple. But this is more, if I understand what you're saying, you want to climb up in a tree. So we're seeing if you have the ability to do that in time.
Yeah.
So that'll be an
Am I
athletics
still
check.
advantage?
No, not with this.
So it only gives advantage to your stealth because you're invisible, so only to its stealth.
Okay.
But you do have bardic inspiration still.
And
Yeah,
you have
so you-
bravery, which kind of cuts against climbing up a tree. But
Oh, so many things going.
I mean, that was giving you
It's
shit.
all part
That
of
was
it's gonna be a
good.
smart strategy. Even if
Yeah.
you're brave.
Wait, so just basically normal roll.
Yes. Then add your
So it's 18.
yeah, and then add your athletics.
So what did I have before that?
Just add your athletics to your
Okay,
roll.
18.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. You as it stalls this thing for just a second, and it reaches out to bite at you. You manage to just scramble up. It's not really a tree, but it's you're
Oh, it's not a tree anymore?
It's feet.
No, but as I've been describing, you're in an area where there's it's less trees, more large shrubs. But because you're small enough, you do manage to get up off the ground enough. And as this thing bites out, and out of the corner of its eye, it sees something flash into its vision. You see its attention turn away from you and onto feet. You can use a bonus action if you want.
Okay.
I don't know if what you have
Yeah,
that
I
allows you
do.
to do. And you can scramble. It's not very large, but it's like a thick shrub. I don't really have anything useful in my bonus actions, I don't think. Okay, Wolf's gonna go in the meantime. As you kind of scamper up a tree.
That's not uncommon. Some can do bonus actions.
This thing's gonna run at you. Fee, and it is going to do. It's going to do the following. It's gonna reach out and bite your head off.
It might.
I do have a question. Did
Pretty
it
likely
already
that's
do an
what
attack
happens.
on him?
No, that's what initiative was for. Because
Oh, that
generally,
was just the
yes,
first.
because I said it's going to attack, and I probably should have just let it do it. But he wanted to do something. He wanted to do something, so I let the dice decide who went first.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
Go.
I thought you said it took a swipe at him when he went up the tree.
No, I said that this is something that I'm adding that for flavor for his getting away thing.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna take. It's gonna reach out at you now that it can see you with this its gaping jaw, and as it does, you just feel this and smell this putrid hot breath.
I love it. I love
That is going to be 18 to hit.
Yeah.
We're just going to do the other one. Well, actually, no, I need to do this one first. Okay, so as it does, this thing bites into you, and you feel the piercing of the teeth, and then you feel a burning left behind by something that was in the saliva of this beast. Okay. That's going to be. I can do math. 17 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to reach back out with another bite. As it's kind of biting and then biting again. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
No,
Okay.
but the 17 did or whatever.
Yeah. This one's only going to be 10 points of just piercing. The other one, oh shoot, what was the other one? Well, I don't know if you have it. The majority of that was, or the majority of the first damage was necrotic damage. As you could feel your blood just start to change and kind of contort around that. Okay, and then also as that happens, you nope. That's it.
It might be.
Okay.
It might be worth.
Everybody else go and roll initiative.
18.
Get like stats.
You had 18, right?
19.
19.
Also 19.
Who's got a higher? Do y'all mind which one goes first?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, you want to go first? Or you want to go first?
What?
Or you can dex check.
What?
We're checking.
You two both have 19.
We roll or we check?
This is initiative check.
I forget my roll from earlier?
You roll again.
I was probably better than that. 4, 5.
Yep. Okay, we're just gonna say feet first. So with that, top of the round, feet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fuck me. I turn into a very, very pissed off reef shark.
Yes! You're gonna flop onto the ground and start flapping.
No, I'm turning into a black bear.
Oh shit! Okay. As you see this coming. No, where did it go?
You sure it's not back here already?
Maybe. Do you see it? Don't look.
Oh, okay. No, I don't see it.
There's one that will.
Well, that's really fucking lame. I had 2 bears, and you know what? I will put this game on hold for this. You know what? Actually, this is a perfect time to, as you turn into a black bear, to take a break. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Here.
Where the fuck did it go?
Tonight's the night I die.
Back in 3.
Welcome back. The group, I believe, either backwoods boys or not backwoods boys, have journeyed into, following a map, journeyed into the lower reaches of the Broom Hills, only to find the map led them nowhere, and they were being stalked by some night creature of the night thing. The group sent Dudley and Fee out to investigate, and after the scent of them wafted towards this creature, it honed in on them. Dudley managed to climb up a tree and escape. Fee, a shrub, yes, right in its path. It took some delicious attacks on Fee. And now, Fee, what would you like to do in retaliation as you've now turned into a massive, relatively not massive compared to what you're up against, but a big black bear?
I'm a big black bear, boy. I am gonna do what bears occasionally do
And hibernate.
and move backwards.
Okay.
Actually, wait, does he get an opportunity to tackle me if I do that?
Yes, it is.
But I can't attack with a bonus action, right?
Is Wild Shape not your bonus action?
I know, it's a full action.
Wow.
Yep.
That is not Circle of the Moon, I think, thought. Okay.
Yeah, I think Circle of the Moon.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
you may have something you could do on a bonus action. but
Even
you-
a Circle of the Moon last time. It was
Okay.
like
For some
that.
reason I thought it was a bonus action. I trust you.
He's lying to make himself worse.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, you're standing there. Okay, I love it. Hugo.
Were we in range?
Y'all are now.
Thunderclap?
You are. Yeah, you heard it. You're 80. You're about 80 feet from Fee.
Okay. I will break concentration on the invisibility.
Okay.
Something's happened.
Oh shit! Yeah, now you're.
Wait, he
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
casting invisibility. He was holding the fort together.
That's a ritual, but I don't need to concentrate on that.
I know you're distracted, but that's thunderclap. if I bet my nuts on it.
Well, it sounds like...
I know you're not one to bet your nuts willingly.
Or easily.
I made a very loud bear roar.
I'm going.
Whenever
Could I tell the general direction that it came from, or it's just like?
Yeah, I mean it's the direction that
It emanates from
that
me.
they left out of. Back behind them.
I'm going to.
You also see the coals kind of flare up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you can see
as
the coals on all of them probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna misty step out of the tent.
Ooh!
That's a bonus action,
Okay.
and it's 30 feet, I believe.
Okay. So that would put you. Which one are you?
That one. Yeah.
Right there. I believe that should be 30 feet away. It's 30 feet?
Yeah.
That should be 30 feet away from the fire. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And how far away am I from this creature?
Right now it's 30. You're about 55 feet. Nope. 30, 40, 50.
Okay.
50 feet.
Well, the HUD has dissipated at this point anyway.
Okay.
Because I left.
You
but
guys are.
I'm gonna
making it
use my full action to cast Mind Thrust at this creature.
It blows it up.
That's an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, you piece of shit. That 20. Are you serious? Dead serious. That's what
Oh
you
my
fucking get.
gosh.
You know what? We're saying that's automatic success because you're a dick. That's 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Wow.
As I feel my mind like reeling back from this overwhelming blockade.
This brilliant wolf.
Intelligence.
-4. I won't forget that. You sneak. I'll never will I commune with you again.
As Olden always said, the wizards that work together the arcanists that work together stay together.
Oh, you assholes. Okay, what else are you doing?
That's it. That's my action.
So just
you
Misty
know what?
Step. You can Misty Step as a bonus action.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
power.
actually move up toward the fire as well.
Okay.
30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, that gets him to the fire.
Okay. He's in the fire. He's dead.
Shit. He's dead. No, you're right. As
I
Hugo
instantly
falls
die.
to the ground, Corbin.
I'm gonna just charge 60 feet towards.
Okay, 60 feet gets you to the fire.
You can go 60 feet?
You can use your action to sprint, which doubles your movement.
I'm gonna find a way to do it different.
Good point.
Dudley.
Oh, it's me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna start off by attacking, and I'll do the sneak attack.
Oh yeah, you will.
Alright, so I get an extra 3d6 damage.
So how you, to get this, you're up in a large shrub right now. So hop down. Tell me where you want to go.
I can do it if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Right. Oh, okay? You're using crossbow.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yep. So roll an attack.
And so I've got extra 3d6 damage
If you
from
hit.
that.
So you have to roll your
If I
hit
hit.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll
Oh,
the d20 first to see if it hits.
And you can use inspiration.
Yeah, can I do anything on the hit?
Yeah. So you'll have a D8 to add to it, but see.
So yeah, see if you roll low, you could add a d8 to potentially hit it.
And just so you know, before you, well, I'll let this wait.
Ooh, it's 3. At my advantage on the hit.
So you'd have to judge if you think a d8, even if you roll an 8, would hit him. Based on your roll.
So probably not.
Probably not.
So I just my attacks are just fucked right now.
As you're in this shrub, and there's a kind of a slow breeze, and you're going back and forth. You try to get the aim, and you fire, and you're just off, and your crossbow bow flies just over the top of this thing, smashing into the light snow behind Andre.
Cool. Well,
Did you want to?
He has movement.
Well, yeah,
movement and
movement.
bonus action.
So yeah, I'm gonna move. I've got 25 feet total, so I guess I can move 5 spaces.
So it's going to take you one of those spaces to get down, 2 of those spaces to get down.
2 to get down?
Yeah.
I thought no, I don't. Climbing no longer costs me any extra movement.
Wow!
Yeah, DM.
Yeah, you dumb god with little g probably don't even.
That's 3 spaces for being a smartass. Okay,
That's that -4 intelligence
Wait,
coming
that's
in, boys.
amazing. So that could mean like you could climb 1,000 feet.
Yeah,
I got second flat.
climb wherever I want.
I'm gonna.
Well, it
trust
said
you for
no
now. I want
additional.
to figure this out.
It said no additional, so he could
Climbing
climb
on
5 feet per 5 feet of movement.
No longer costs me extra movement.
Oh,
See, extra.
that okay. So it's still gonna
just
take.
one.
It's still gonna take the 10. We'll say we'll say it's a 5 foot to get down.
Well, how high was the shrub that I was in?
It's a large shrub, but my
Now it's a large shrub.
Not quite as big as a tree.
Hey, you know what? Your turn's over. No, we'll say 5 foot.
All right, so I'm down in 1, 2, 3, 4, and I use my bonus action to hide.
Nice.
Okay, make a stealth check.
See, the heroin was very effective.
And I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Go ahead and make it.
This is a single thing. This is heroic for
There's
you.
another. This is
Oh,
now
yeah, that's
another
true.
shrub that you're near.
Okay.
So
But I can only go up to 3
How high is
above.
the shrub?
I don't think so.
Stealth
It's
check.
temporary hit points. I think that
Alright,
means
and
it
I get
doesn't apply
advantage on
to
the
your
stealth
regular
skill,
cap. But it's when my spell ends, it goes away.
Oh, because the invisibility.
Each
Yeah, your
turn.
invisibility's gone. Yeah.
All right. Well,
So I think you had like 2 or 3 turns. So.
yeah, you kind of
Yeah,
run. You kind of run into this shrub. This one's less of a shrub. Yeah, you do a somersault into like this large briar bush type thing, and you feel pretty safe. You feel pretty unseen.
cool.
Any bonus action?
That was hiding was my bonus.
Okay. Andre.
I would like to sprint for 80.
Yeah, that's gonna get you to. Boom. Why is that?
Right up on me, baby. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Blackberry.
He hits me.
Is this?
And when I get there, I would like to enter into a rage as a bonus action.
Okay. As you just kind of lightning up to this beast, and as you guys get closer, all of you now that are you see the same almost emancipated.
Emaciated.
Emancipated.
Emancipation Proclamation.
An emancipated minor.
I proclaim myself.
No parents inside.
Not a single parent wolf around. You see blood not only dripping from its mouth, but you see that the color of its hair is blood colored. There's almost like blood patches left in the snow behind it as it's taken its steps, and you see like an oily or a thick substance on its fur or around its paws.
Scaly.
Not scaly.
No! It's not her!
Miss McNorm! I do believe, turning into a bear right in front of it, even though you ran up to it, it's still got its attention on you.
But it takes your action.
Yeah, it's going to take another 2 attacks at you.
Oh.
I did do one of these in one.
So that was
Okay, the first one is 6, 11.
twice as far. Okay.
Oops. I messed up.
Feet.
This. What?
11.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
Unless they're
Next one.
Oh, wait. I'm using
Yeah, you're the bear.
Black Bear. That hits.
20.
Okay, I need to do this one separately then.
Black Bear's got less AC
20
Then feet.
Okay, again, even in your black bear form, you holy shit. You're gonna love this.
You're dead.
Wait, V has another turn? Or is this the wolf?
No.
This is the wolf.
Oh. My guy's just sitting back here feeling like a real idiot.
As you feel, you take 11 points of piercing damage, 9 points of necrotic damage as this thing comes at you, bites down on you, and again, even in your bear form, it bites onto the shoulder of your bear. You feel that stinging, burning sensation driving into your blood. The next one is going to be 7 plus 5, 12. Was it 11 before? Yes. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. As it kind of bites now. Again, it's you notice this thing it's doing like back-to-back attacks on the same location, just gnawing at you. From here, it's going to see. Andre, it's just gonna. Yeah, it's just gonna rotate
Decisive wolf.
a little bit. And then with that, Harlow.
He sees how brave and fast his friends are. He's just as brave but not as fast. And he runs his full movement, which I actually should check. I just assumed it was 30. I run my full
Should
movement.
be 30.
Yeah.
for human.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Half elf should
Yeah.
be 30.
Same.
Yeah, so I run my full movement, which is 30 feet, which puts me like near the fire.
That'd be 60. You'd have to burn your action to get there. Otherwise, you're at the edge of the map.
Okay, I burn my action to dash.
Okay.
And seeing Fee, how much? What's your damage? What's your state right now?
I was experimenting to see what it would look like, what my CRs would be if I were a Circle of the Moon, and I deleted Fee, so what am I?
What are you gonna do?
I'm using my brain right now to think about it and remember. So I would be. At the end of that last turn, you see this huge black bear turn into a tiny little gnome.
Oh shit!
The black bear has died, but it has protected Fee. And I took an additional 3 points of damage.
Wait,
as
you go to
Fee.
full hit.
And you
points
take,
when
but
die
you.
with Black Bear?
No, I'm back to what Fee had before.
But like Fee's full hit points.
No.
Oh, so I run up. Oh, go ahead.
You just for the ease of this here, that would have been 3 turns, so plus 9.
Yeah.
So instead of losing 3, just add 6 to your hit points. Because you've been getting 3 per turn.
I've been keeping up with it.
Okay.
And I just added another 3 after this.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, no, not another 3 yet, because I haven't gone yet.
I don't know roughly where that puts you, but
Can I tell him?
Yeah, let me just give him a general. How do you look?
I look like I'm in the bottom third of my life.
So then as I get up there, I see Fee laying it near the jaws of this
Maybe
wolf,
quarter.
or kind of standing, but it looks lame because he's small. And I say, Fee, you brave bastard. And then I cast Healing Word on him, which, with my bonus action, which is, heals him for... This thing rolls itself. Come on, baby, do the thing.
Can you do that though if you move and dash?
It's a bonus action. I thought I used my action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's a bonus action.
So he takes.
No,
Okay,
I don't
well,
know.
I just have to roll these 4, 7, 8.
Okay, I got feedback. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry, guys.
That's
You take 13 heal.
How much?
13.
Oh, I'd kiss you, but I know where that mouth has been.
He's gonna cheat.
So is the wolf.
I use the last part of my bonus action to mouthwash my mouth. Okay. Expecting a kiss.
The kiss shall come. Fee,
Are we back to me?
we're back to you.
Okay.
As you've now got your character back, this is only fitting.
This is only fitting. Okay, so
+3.
yes, +3. Oh fuck, I don't have any. I am going to very quickly look up this spell that I already know what I'm going to use. I am going to use the. I'm going to use my bonus action to get my flame sword.
Okay.
Okay. And then flame blade. And I'm going to attack with it.
Okay.
I'm
Make
gonna
attack.
slice at it.
As you bring your flame blade down.
17.
No.
Damn it.
Now, as you
Are you fucking kidding?
as you bring this blade down, you see you're in line to make connection on this wolf, and it's almost as if it out of the corner of its eye, it sees it coming and moves just enough to where your blade strikes down into the wet earth, barely missing it.
Bastard. 17 doesn't hit.
Fuck it.
So you fuck it. With
Yeah, I do with my bonus action. No, I'm staying there. I'm
I
not
look
gonna
at
let
him
bonus
fucking it
attack
and I
or
say,
sneak it,
I told him
whatever.
well.
Opportunity attack, man. I'm standing my ground.
Okay, standing his ground. You go.
I'm gonna run up to the wolf.
Okay.
That
should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you got it now.
And
Is that new?
what?
That mini?
Yeah, I got it a couple of weeks ago.
That's very pretty.
And scream, "Fee, just save yourself!" And cast mirror image.
Oh shit.
So now there are
Nice.
3 duplicates.
Zoop.
And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Corbin, what are you doing, love?
Alright. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run up to it and swing.
Okay. Let's get a little crowded around here. 10, 15, 20, 25. Do you have 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Get there.
That's hard.
That's with me.
No!
Yeah.
I find myself teleported back. I take an advantage.
5,
You think
10,
it-
15, 20. I would assume.
Yeah, I guess that's
You can go diagonal
You
through
can
us.
move
I'm
through
just-
characters.
normally, I believe
diagonals?
it slows you down to do that.
But what about if you're moving
But-
back
but
halfway?
There was
There-
only 20 for the
Yeah,
diagonal.
yeah.
I don't want to say I can't make it there.
No, I think you can make that. I'm just trying to think of that. Yeah, I think that makes it because you're not moving through a space because you got diagonals. It's close enough to where I think that's technically not moving through their space. So you manage to just kind of brush through, and as you're running, you kind of shoulder your way through Fee and Andre. Make your attack.
Okay, so I get to attack twice. First one is 12 to hit.
No. As you run up and you swing at it, again, the thing just kind of moves. It's not contorting its body, but it's lightning quick.
All right, but I'm pretty fucking quick too. So like after I swing and miss, I'm swinging right back
up
with a.
As you reach
17
back
to
up.
hit.
No, as you reach back up.
But you can
you're
add your hit
still-
modifier to that.
My hit modifier?
Oh, are you just giving me dice numbers?
No. I mean that's like my hit DC on my sword.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what you're talking about.
I thought he just rolled his dice and looked at his dice. And
No,
said-
I think he
know
knows
it's
it. Yeah.
+6.
Oh, I don't know.
He's a highly trained professional, Harlow.
Okay.
Yeah, again, as you bring it down and then back up in the same line, it stays out of reach.
That nerd paid attention in first
Anything
grade
else?
when they taught him how to add, you know?
Yes, I mean I moved. I used my bonus action and I used my action, so I'm done.
Dudley.
All right.
Alright.
So busy chasing
I'm
Scott.
shooting my crossbow at this wolf here.
So from that angle, with your size, you're not going to be able to do that.
Because
from there.
people in my way.
Yeah, so
You
you
could
just have to
move
move.
first.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, yeah. How about I move one space and then I have a direct line of
I accept that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Now I'm firing the crossbow at
Make
it.
an attack.
So this is to see if it hits. What am I deciding if I can add to it? An 8?
Your crossbow?
You
I
gotta
think
roll
is
a
+6.
1d. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you get to roll this, so it can be up to 8, but as low as 1.
Oh, so
For
that's
damage.
my roll?
That's the bardic inspiration, but you also have your hit modifier, right?
So you've already got that added, so you've got that plus that, and then you can add one of these if you want to your roll to see if you hit.
Okay, so I've got
and you know
15,
You know
and then you-
17,
You know 17
doesn't
hit, so you can roll the D1
17
D8.
doesn't hit.
So if you get a
Yeah, I missed
So you
on
can roll
it.
one of these if
With
you want.
it will use bardic inspiration, but if you let's assume it's 18. If you roll a 3 or above, you might hit. We know 17 doesn't hit because his
Okay.
armor class is higher
Alright,
than
yeah. I'm using it then.
Wow.
17.
Damn. Yeah. As you shoot again, because you're moving, because there's a bunch of your new companions there. As you round and you shoot, you are aimed too low at the ground and just right into the ground at its feet.
Bummer. Alright, my bonus action is to hide.
Okay, you're gonna hide again. Make a stealth check. I like how you're playing this road. We need to get you daggers.
I have a dagger. Is that helpful?
It's 10.
It's a bad.
Yep. You feel pretty hidden.
Okay.
Yep. That would be Andre. Now we go.
After all of this drama, it is still an action to change into a beast. That's all I wanted to check, and I accidentally deleted my character in the process.
I would have bet a hearty nut that was bonus.
I'm going to take 2 swings of the sword.
Yeah, your sword, so not your frying pan.
Yeah, because you said I've got +1 with that.
You do, but you need to now use a different mini because that mini has a frying pan.
Well, I'd give my old mini, but Harlow here is absconded with it.
This guy.
All right. Well, the first one, if that's a +1, is not going to hit.
Okay.
This
Second one is going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Oh, okay.
17.
Say what?
I had a 17.
No, we've had 3 or 4
Is
seconds.
that the first attack that's actually?
That was a 6.
Yeah.
Look at it on the floor.
It's like
Look at it on the floor.
invincible.
Confirm it.
I trust it.
So
I
that's
trust
max
it.
damage. So that'll be 19 points of slashing.
Oh, you can do bonus falling combat.
Then I get to roll the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'll let you, if you want. No,
think so
I would
before,
because
but
you
I
made
read
that
it
call.
today.
Wait, you made the call that was.
What? Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking. I was
Yeah,
just telling you.
Wait,
I was
what were
gonna
you saying?
give you a freebie there.
It's a
but,
bonus
for
while he's
10
in
minutes.
combat.
how much was that? That was 20?
12 plus 7. 19.
19.
Slashing at that.
I know.
I don't know if he's got resistance or anything.
No, thank you.
18
As you do
really
that,
high.
you manage to cut right in, right past his behind or near his upper hindquarters, and as he does, his blood spills out on the ground and congeals into this type of gelatinous entity. And
So he had to do that. It was 10
yes.
feet. He had to see the
Anything else?
I don't think you've got any bonus actions. So.
Okay. Okay. It is me. This being the case, you having just gashed a wound, he's gonna pivot around on you. Yeah. Gonna pivot around on you. He's gonna take a bite attack at you. That's gonna be 12.
No.
Okay. As he's gonna bite at you, he's gonna again, feeling surrounded, whip around this way and take an attack at you or one of your creatures or illusions. I roll a d4.
No, I roll a d20.
Okay.
And you're going to attack a doppelganger.
This is gonna be 21.
Yeah, that'll destroy it.
He'll turn to this closest one. As soon as he bites into it, it disappears with that sound. I think at this point. Yeah, he's gonna stay there. Yes, Harlow.
Hell yeah! I see him and I get mad at the stuff that misses, and I cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So he must do stuff, but he can't do anything. He takes disadvantage. I mean, everyone gets advantage on their attacks for him. And then I use my action to join, to kind of make my way 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just gonna use this for Fairy Fire because it's yellow.
Right on that.
Do that.
He has disadvantage on attacks, right?
Everyone has advantage on attacks.
Okay.
I think, right?
That's
what Fairy Fire
would
does?
make sense, I think. That's, I think that's how Fairy Fire works.
Wait, why did this click the wrong spell? Oh, any creature in the area when the spell is cast is outlined. If it fails dexterity saving throw for the duration objective. Oh, it can't. Any attack roll against. Oh, so
dexterity saving throw.
You have to make a dex.
Nat 20.
Okay, but for some reason,
you're not affected. It briefly lights up.
Yeah, and then it shimmers out almost as if something on this creature's beating back.
I only have to say one thing. It says each object in 20-foot radius takes the light. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails, a dexterity saving throw for the duration objects and affected creature shed in a 10-foot radius. Then it's period. Any roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
So that means that would mean everybody would make a dex check.
No, I don't think there's friendly fire when it
I don't think I'm just letting him know what.
He doesn't get any of the Fairy Fire effect.
But the other enemy.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you for that. That is not going to be good. That's going to be a 9. I imagine that's going to be. What is that?
It was that congealed blood or whatever that popped out when I.
Oh, damn it! I didn't realize that was sentient.
enemy. Apparently.
Okay. Anything else?
No. So I use my bonus action. I moved a bit.
You moved yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you facing?
I use my movement.
Do we get little opportunity attacks when this thing turns around? Oh, we're back.
No, it's only when it runs out.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna swing at it again with my damn flame blade.
Okay. Make an attack. Do you want? So right now, nobody's utilizing flanking. It's now facing one of his. So
yeah. So I'm right here, and I'm coming up on him.
If you get back over here, you can get advantage on your attack.
Just make sure you get enough space for other team members to also do the same.
We'll move. I guess right there.
Okay.
I don't want to be too close to that thing. And then, so I'm gonna. It's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or does it?
So that's gonna be a hit, and you're gonna take. $12 points of fire damage.
Okay, that is very good to know.
But so what do I get as for part of the flanking attack?
You just get advantage on your attack.
So your 25 hit.
To hit?
Matter. Yeah.
Oh, so
if your 25 was
See if
12,
you roll.
you would have rolled
See if
again.
you roll on that 20. Seriously?
No, it's a 5.
You sold that. I also forgot that this thing went before you, but that'll stick, and I'll just move this, and he won't attack you there. He'll turn to Andre.
What the fuck is that?
As this thing kind of turns a little bit, you hear a very loud, very familiar screeching sound, almost like nails on a chalkboard. It's this thing kind of. Not as reverberant though here, and thanks, love. And it is going to
leave it.
It's going to kind of congeal its form and almost like whip out with part of its body. And as it does, it is going to be 14.
Pizza.
Okay. So you feel it like pummeling into you. You're gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and then again as it hits you on your arm and like punches into you, a deep punch. It as it peels away, there's like an acidic burn on your body for 5 points of acid damage. So the first was bludgeoning. Was that 9 bludgeoning?
I resist both.
He's raged.
I'm raged and I'm bear totem.
God, what is bear? Yeah, I don't.
Bear totem gives me. Oh, okay.
No, tell me.
Everything but psychics have.
Send them my
That
flare.
was psychic damage. Mind flare. I almost did. But that wouldn't fit the story.
Die.
Okay, so then Fee went.
Yep.
Ugo. Hugo.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Major Image.
Okay.
And it's going to be in this area, and it's going to be a 20-foot, kind of like an ent, like from Lord of the Rings, like sentient tree,
Okay.
headed straight toward me.
Okay. This is
Very hostile
massive.
looking.
They're massive tree. What's my DC on that?
Oh, that will be a 16.
And it's intelligence. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's both or just the one?
That's just him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll do it.
Well, I mean, because it's in a range of 120 feet, they'd probably both have to make saves.
Okay.
In order to
That's
see.
fair. That's fair.
Do I have to make a save?
No.
This is wisdom.
I'm like, fuck, I cast my
No,
biggest spell on the
it's
edge.
just
Roll 14.
Finally a tree.
It's intelligence.
Oh,
They have to
intelligence
make
15.
intelligence.
15.
What?
Yeah. No, that fails.
Okay.
That's actually just a large book.
Okay,
Action
both
uses
fail.
your action. You only get one
A
action.
large bush.
Okay, gotcha. But you can move.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just,
Anything else?
You'd be able
A large wooden
twice
bush.
twice the distance if you dash.
No, that I'll end my turn.
Okay. Corbin.
All right, I'm gonna
Did you skip?
take a couple steps over to flank.
Yeah.
Get behind the wolf.
Do we miss Dudley?
No, you're next. I went back because I forgot that this new thing had an attack.
And I'm gonna swing.
Make your attack.
Presumably with advantage, right?
Yes.
From right up under the thing. Okay, so the first of my 2 attacks is 22 to hit.
That will do it.
Okay, so 8 plus 3 is 11 plus. So first attack hits for 15,
That will do you.
and then I get a second attack. Shit. Which is not gonna hit.
Yeah. Your first attack comes in. You have a sword here.
Great sword.
Great sword. You two-hand it right down on top, hacking into the back of its leg, and it lets out a yelp, but almost like a sickly gurgling, but more of a yelp. And then you bring it back up again, and as you do, it's almost as if its reflexes, now having felt that first attack, it sense your blade coming, and its leg moves out of the way, and you find purchase only in the ground.
All right, I'm gonna move into a defensive stance for my bonus action, and then end my turn. That just lets me attack twice.
Dudley.
Looks like I've got a direct line of sight on this.
I think you
bad
do.
boy. All right, so
You're not quite flanking. I don't know how flanking works with range.
Well, if I've
so-
already got advantage, does it matter if I flank him?
No. Why do you have advantage?
I thought from the pixie bird.
Which one are you tech?
That didn't land.
It only landed on that little guy over there. The wolf avoided it.
So is there a way I can flank him and?
From there, I'm not sure.
You could shoot the other
Yeah,
guy.
it looks like you could take a step or two.
Does
and then
range work?
You have advantage
with
on the
flanking?
blood.
I don't think it does.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
But
I
you'd
don't
have advantage on the other guy.
You would have advantage on the other guy, which
If
is
you
this
got it.
congealed mass of something that fell out when
I'm gonna
the
move
wolf blood was spilled.
10
That first
right
time.
back here,
Okay.
and I guess I'll range attack the
Make an
blood.
attack with advantage, and this will be sneak attack if you hit.
If I hit, yeah.
Yep.
So this is to see if it hits. And, it'll be 21.
That'll do it.
Roll again to see if you get a nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because nat 20 is double damage. Since you have
Every bit of damage that you roll with your dice, so it could be huge.
It's not.
Okay, so go ahead and do your normal damage plus your sneak attack damage.
Okay. So it'll be
Because you delivered some serious blows to this thing.
8 plus 3, and then wait, 36. What does the 3 mean?
Roll 3 times.
Okay, well I got a 6.
Okay.
So you roll 2 more times.
Okay.
I know it's gonna be a big number.
10, 15.
15. And then
Plus, that's it. No, 15 plus 11 is 26.
And wait, can you put a bardic inspiration on his attack?
No, it's just well the first attack, but not the damage.
Okay.
Okay, as you sneak around this time, having calmed yourself, thinking back to the days that you practiced in the bottom of your cobblery, the basement of your cobblery, you shoot and this arrow goes straight into this entity. That's what kind of damage is that?
Piercing.
Probably.
Okay. What was the total again? Sorry.
26.
26. Okay. Okay. As you see the arrow just strike in and almost get absorbed by it, you can tell that whatever this is, while it found purchase, something about this congealed blood blob-looking thing. It's as if that your arrow didn't do as much damage as you would have thought it would have done. Andre.
It probably took half damage.
I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Hit it with your sword.
Can't really get to a flanking
Oh wait,
spot.
by the way, sorry, my bonus action is to hide.
Of course it is. You have a couple more feet, so you pop back in there, make a stealth check. And well, you don't have
actually,
to,
I can
but you
just
need to
hide
find
behind
something.
Whoever.
Okay.
I can hide because he's bigger than me.
Yeah. Make a stealth check.
24.
Feel good.
Feel real good. I don't even see him behind me.
Where'd he go?
Hold on. 1d8 hit on the first one.
That's gonna fucking do it.
I'm just gonna do the second one too.
Okay.
If that works.
Same type of damage.
Yeah, 11. Second one does not hit.
Okay.
9 plus 16.
16.
Slashing. This one, I guess, I'm more towards his midsection. Yeah.
Yeah. As you come down, your first one misses. Your second one, as you bring it up, you manage to cut a gash. I guess on the opposite side of where you cut your other gash, in the center of them, and it lets out like a steam and a hiss as it does, as the warm interior meets this cold exterior of the now frigid outdoors. There is no snow, by the way.
Oh no.
No, I've got it. Don't worry. I don't got it.
Dudley, your turn.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. No congealed blood this time.
No.
Okay.
As you do that, this is happening. So how combat works is it's about a 6-second round, but everything that happens in a round essentially happens at the same time, more or less. So as soon as this tree pops up, this thing turns to flee. maybe not flee, but turns this way. And as it does, away from it, it is facing, I believe, you.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the little guy there?
Guess.
You. You. You first. It's going to. I guess it's going to probably make both attacks. You.
Right.
Since you're standing right there. First attack is going to be 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Shocking. It's going to be, as it bites down into you, only 4 points of piercing damage, but as its teeth sink into you, retracting, leaving this burning feeling, this rotting feeling in your blood, you're going to take 6, 7, 8, 9 points of necrotic damage. And you, as this happens, having taken some hits, you see as its teeth go into you, causing this burning and release. It's almost as if slightly you see some kind of life flowing back into this thing.
Okay. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Did you say it was going to take both attacks on me?
Yes. Sorry.
And you done yourself in there, boy.
9.
Does not hit.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saved the little gnome who looked like he was about to get ripped in half.
What's up, boy? What's up?
It's gonna try to run. It's gonna use this
Oh,
movement.
if it's running, I'm about to hit at it.
I am too.
Mm-hmm.
I get 2 opportunity attacks since I took a
So
defensive
it's gonna run
stance.
straight into this shrub where you were. As you see this thing just bolt directly into where you were immediately prior to this.
Looks like there's going to be 4 opportunity attacks.
Whoever has an opportunity attack, go ahead and make one.
21 to hit.
Hits.
if you have
21 to hit.
Hits.
Everyone first one.
24 to hit.
Hits.
so he ran past you.
Okay, make me damage.
Well, I mean,
10 flame. Fire.
as a fight, can I do an
Okay.
opportunity attack with a
So it's
cross?
full
16 slashing.
26.
12 slashing.
So 38.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say that'd be.
Do we get opportunity? Or I'll let you finish that.
No, you don't. It had to have gone into your range within 5 feet of you and then left it.
What about if you?
Okay. With that, Harlow.
I see him running and I say, "Oh, not so fast there!" And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I stand in front of him and I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So you have to roll Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, almost in that 20. 14.
That does not succeed. That was not almost in that 20. You had me scared there for a second. So he takes 5d6 psychic damage, I think.
Wow. Thank you, Jason. Oh, here we go.
I was going to do it.
Why isn't this roll working? Okay, never mind. So I'll just roll it.
Do you want some?
7.
9 or 10.
10. Yeah, you're right. 16.
Mm-hmm.
17. So he takes 17 psychic damage.
Okay.
And then he is forced to on a failed save it must take 5d6. If available to move as far damage and must immediately use this reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows away from you.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that's 35 feet. Oh, this is interesting.
Straight
Looks like I have to run to the end. I don't see another direction I can go.
Yeah, I guess because that's just that was a flavor add, not a requirement, so it can run directly into it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, it's just gonna run smash that. Well, it's gonna go into
I get 2
it.
more opportunity attacks.
Yep. It's gonna. You may go and make your attacks.
Do I get one too? I mean, it's the same people again,
It looks
right?
like no. It looks like you and I wouldn't, but
It ran
these
right
two
next to
would.
me.
Yeah, you would.
Because it
also
looks
get
like it's
one.
hitting like
Yep.
this hole, kind of.
My first hit's 21 to hit.
Okay, and you only get. It's only. You don't roll 2 attacks on opportunity attack. It's just 1, unless you have something.
My defensive stance as a tunnel fighter gives me 2 opportunity
Fuck
attacks.
you! All right, you take
My second miss.
shit ton of damage. Okay,
No, 16.
go and roll your damage on that one.
Okay. 16.
How do you want to do this?
Dang
it! I know, it's literally.
I'm just as he's running past, I'm bringing down with the greatsword right in half, like right through his spine, through all of his internal organs, You see like the front half of a wolf continuing to skid for a couple feet.
Okay.
And the back half skidding
And it
behind.
just kind of like
straight
drops down as this thing splits into sputtering, and the front half of it glides right into this illusion and just kind of pierces into this tree. And you see now it looks like there's a half of a wolf stuck inside this tree.
Fucking dogs!
I kind of look over at Corbin, the quiet fellow who hasn't been saying much. I just kind of look around and shake my head as I see him cleave this wolf in two.
Makes me think of the dog wearing pants thing, because I would have just held out the sword and let him run through it. You know, so his pants would have been over all four legs. You chose the other half of his body.
No,
Respectable.
That was really
If your pants don't cover your butthole, they're not working pants.
That's right.
But they
I
would cover the
confirm.
penis still.
Goodly.
And it would be
Alright.
convenient.
Which way is this blob facing?
Blob is now facing Andre.
Alright, so I guess I'll do a sneak attack.
Yep, with advantage.
Right into its blobby butt. With advantage. And 6 to hit? Or
No,
10
advantage you're gonna roll twice.
for hit?
Yeah. So you take
Did
the
I-
higher of the two.
Alright, so
Good to go.
24 to hit.
Did I miss my turn? While I was gone.
Yeah, I think I must have missed mine too.
No, I don't think so. The wolf
Right.
ran
No.
as a response to his turn.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
have
That wasn't. I thought that was your turn. Good
No.
catch. This is actually Blob's turn.
Oh, you've been thefted.
Remembering this roll though.
And it's just going to take its attack at you. I wanted to make it at you, but that wouldn't make any sense. Actually, wait.
No, it makes sense. You're dead.
This thing is going to not lunge out at you. It's going to come at you, and it's going to slide up you very quickly.
Ew.
But as it does, you feel pricks of acidic burning into you as this thing now is perched on top of you.
I'm gonna try to grapple and not let it do that.
I don't
Swing my
think you
greatsword
can do
straight.
that on its turn, can you? Because this would be its turn to grapple you, which is what it's going to go for.
Well, don't I get like a saving throw if I'm trying to grapple though?
It's trying to grapple you,
Yeah.
so I'm about to roll for that.
So I do a saving throw still, right?
I believe so.
Is that how grappling works?
I think it might just be the attacker.
Yeah, that's going to be a 15. I think it is competing.
The target of your grapple must be no more than one size larger than you.
Yeah. This is large, so
All right.
even though it doesn't look it.
Making a grapple check instead of attack roll. Strength athletics check contested by the target's strength
Okay, so
athletics
make a
or dexterity acrobatics check.
Oh,
the
come
target
on.
chooses.
Damn it.
So it can be what?
Strength, athletics,
Okay.
or
athletics it is.
athletics or acrobatics.
Choose acrobatics.
14.
Oh, yeah, that is a, what did I say earlier? 3
I think-
plus 12, 15.
Yeah, I think you said
I have a +8 modifier. I rolled
How does-
6.
Don't you get advantage when you're on strength checks when you're raging?
Oh, I do. Thank you.
Is it a strength check or an athletics check?
Yeah, it's an athletics check.
Wait. Let me look at this real quick.
Ooh, I do need to know this because athletics is off of
It's
strength.
based
I
off of
think it's
strength.
raw strength check. Do you know?
This says strength parentheses athletics. It's kind of vague.
Yeah, yeah, definitely is. I just don't know if the advantage is on
it
pure
just says
strength.
it just says you gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
I would assume it's limited to strength.
I would-
This
the
is
fact that it
so
uses
as well.
and saving
Yeah.
throws.
Okay, so as it's climbing up you, you're going to take possibly. Okay, nope. That's going to be 11
To hit
Yeah.
or damage.
To
to hit
hit.
now.
Okay, that's going to be a 17.
To hit, yes.
And then that's going to be, nope. Okay, so, wow, you got out of this as lucky as you could. That's just going to be 5 points of acid damage. As it is now perched atop Andre. I'm just going to use this to signify it is now on top of Andre. Feet.
All right, so grabbing a little bit of snow from the air, I'm going to throw ice knife at it. Sorry, Andre.
right into the ear hole again.
Right into you.
Okay.
About to be decapitated.
And so that's going to be a 28 to hit.
Misses.
That's gonna,
Okay. And so you're going to take, a full point of piercing damage. And
you hit it. I actually misread this. You see when the bolt goes in it, it's as if it tore apart more of it than you would have expected. So sorry about that.
So my 26 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Better.
Yes.
Was doubled.
Give me a second.
Was doubled.
Yeah.
Oh, and blood was dead like 3 turns ago.
No, it wasn't dead, but it oh,
It's about to be.
man. Okay.
What? Roll a dex saving throw.
Okay. What did you do first?
And you also.
You did 1 point of piercing damage,
Yeah, just 1
which
point.
you notice did a little more than you thought. 16 even.
14.
Okay. Oof. You take 14 points of freezing damage, and you take 7.
I also take 7.
Oh my god. Man, that is amazing.
Oh yeah.
That is
I'm just literally a tank.
fucking
That's my whole. That's my whole.
I thought this was actually going to be difficult
Also, so
for
it's-
you guys. Holy
Wait,
fuck.
it's on top of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's no way around that.
Okay. Anything else?
You know, you could use something besides the ice knife with the AOE damage. You know.
I'm gonna hit you no matter what I do.
Anything else?
Do you only have AOE?
Okay. You go.
I don't know what AOE means.
Area
I
effect.
will.
Well, it's on you. No matter what I do, it's gonna hit you.
If
in the
you have an
future-
apple in your head and I shoot it off with an arrow, it doesn't hurt you.
I thought it was like smothering this guy.
No, it's
like
fluttering
perched
him.
on
No,
his
it's
shoulder, so-
come up over him. It hasn't.
I thought
gone
it was
to
come up
consume
over him
yet.
like a
yeah,
cape
it's
or
gonna
something.
take. It's gonna take an action to grapple
Like a
him,
Doctor
and then-
Strange type.
And then if it gets
Yeah.
its turn again, in the future, I wouldn't. You usually probably don't. I'm not gonna freely give you vulnerabilities because I fucked that up. I did, but resistances I'll generally give. So how that works is when it's resistant to something, you can generally tell that whatever you did, it didn't have the effect you thought it would. Vulnerabilities, usually that's not something that's as visible, and you kind of have to discover that. There's various ways you can do that, but you got a freebie this time because I fucked up.
Is that -4 intelligence?
Actually, this one's got +1 intelligence.
I'm going to try to reach into
He was
its
talking
mind
about the
again
DM's intelligence.
and cast Mind Thrust,
Okay,
Thrust
and
it.
that'll be an intelligence save as well.
come on. Don't go down. I need to grow. I need to consume. That's cocked. It was not one, but it's cocked. That is a 14.
No, it fails.
Okay.
So you will take
Oh god.
13 points psychic damage, and on your next turn, you can choose whether you get a move, an action, or a bonus action.
Wow.
You can only do one of those
Okay.
things.
Okay. Flip you, Corbin. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, so now hear me out. Can I swing at the blood without swinging at the orc?
Disadvantage.
Is it
actually, wait a
regular
minute.
with fairy fire on the blood?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, but it's on Andre. I think anything you. Ooh. Yeah, do it normal. I think do it normal.
Okay, I'm just gonna swing twice.
Give me an
Well,
nat
let's only do
one.
the first one, you know?
15 to hit on the first.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot this thing.
damage first.
Yeah, someone run.
You know, you don't need to do the second one. You know, you don't need to risk it.
How would that work? I mean, the only reason is because of the shape it's in and how it works. Normally, I would say you would probably hit him as well, but
I think it would depend on the style of attack.
Yeah.
If it's a slash, I would say it would probably hit me too, but if it's like a pierce, I would
like
say
a
it doesn't
bust.
hit.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean?
yeah. I think that's good. What kind of damage is this?
I don't know what kind of damage the greatsword is.
That's not gonna
It
hit your
says
AC
slash.
anyways.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
gonna slash him.
15? Is that your AC?
That beats my AC.
Okay, yeah. That
Well.
makes. Thank you. That does make sense.
I did a
because
whopping 9
It's not.
damage
It's,
with
it's
it.
a slashing through. which
To
means-
both
Yeah.
of them?
Though, you know, depending on where
I
it
think
is,
it's gonna
like
be
if it were
half of it.
on top of my head
It's
only,
on
you
your
could
shoulders,
theoretically do this.
so-
But if it's on my shoulders, there's no direction.
Yeah.
Unless you do like a half-drawn slash.
I don't know.
9 damage.
Well, okay. I will say this: because you're aiming it, that's why you got disadvantage. But since you still hit, we'll say it doesn't hit you. But if you miss,
Okay.
it will hit you. Okay. So
9
you
damage on the first
Okay.
attack.
Okay. I
Slashing
needed that.
damage.
Yep.
And then second
Oh.
attack.
Okay. Yeah.
21 hit.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
No, I was just swimming.
And it's gonna be
Just staring at these dice rolls.
12 damage.
Give me a break, fucking shit. As you manage to come in and you manage to eye it just above Andre's head, the first one goes just over your head. You can hear the swish of his sword coming, and then as it impacts this gelatinous blob, kind of that sound as it cuts through, and he comes back and does it again right over the top of your head. Perfectly placed attacks, both of them. Harlow. No, Andre. No, Dudley.
As my bonus action, and I walked up right next to him to take these swings, of course.
Yep.
I take my defensive stance.
Okay.
You also have a nice shape now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top of your hair is just.
Which
Your hat's cut in
are
half.
you here
think he
or are
ate
you
my hat.
here?
I am the former.
Here.
Yes.
Ah, that's good. That's good, Dungeon Master. All right. Well, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
To ranged attack this blob,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna sneak attack.
Come on, don't do this to me.
Let's see if
I just need one more turn.
Am I advantage?
It's
This.
very hard.
Yeah.
Again. All
Same
right.
thing either
14
way.
to hit.
But can you still add the bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
You only get to do that
haven't
once.
added it.
Yeah.
Oh, he has.
Yeah,
He's
you
already
don't
added it.
You used it way long
Yeah.
ago.
14 hits.
Alright.
And usually you have to choose whether to use your inspiration before I tell you what it does.
Bardic is
Well, he already used it, so he doesn't need
I was
to.
just, yeah, I was
Okay.
just like, 'cause I don't think I told him that earlier.
Gotcha.
Alright. Oh, that's 4 plus.
Wait, why are you adding? Oh.
Yeah, and then my sneak attack.
Oh. Okay.
So 7, 8, 11.
Total?
Yeah.
Total 11?
Yeah.
What kind?
Piercing.
Okay. Is again that the arrow just goes into this thing, and as it pierces through it, you see it kind of split in half, and half of it just falls, sloughs off the back of Andre. Andre.
And I hide.
There's not going to be no point in roll stealth.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going
I think you might need to
Punch
grapple,
yourself.
basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try to lift this motherfucker off my head.
Okay. As you do, as you reach up and touch it with your hands, because now that it's come past your uncovered parts, it was resting on your
Chef shop.
your like leather and your armor. As you reach up to touch it, go ahead and make a strength check.
I have advantage on this one.
18.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
17.
Okay.
You got plus? Oh wait. Yeah. Okay.
You're also going to take 3 points of acid damage as you reach up and grab this thing, and your hands just start to burn instantly.
I'm being outstrengthed by a blob. This is bullshit.
Half of a blob.
Your advantage, you get that.
No. Harlow.
Am I still getting my 3s?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, too. It lasts for like 10 minutes, I think.
Hell yeah.
Seeing this gelatinous blob in his
Gelatinous
compromised state and burning my friends, I say, fuck you.
Good point.
And I cast Dissonant Whispers on him, so you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's what I imagine it
ASMR.
sound like. Yeah.
That one.
All right.
Oh.
Wait, so does that mean you take double?
No.
Oh my god. 5.
This is damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Any damage.
You whisper it to death?
Yeah, well, I whisper a song into his ear and I say,
What kind of damage?
psychic.
Yep.
He takes 8 damage and he has to run away from me as far as he can.
As you do this, as you cast this, you see this thing kind of shake and then just slough off to the ground. And as it does, as it hits the ground, much like the piece before, it kind of withers away, almost liquefies, and then before your eyes turns to ash.
Ash.
Now,
That's interesting.
I go like this. And then holster it in
I
his-
also,
Because you know what a gun is?
totally my fault. The wolf, as it's been sitting there, it has decayed very fast. And the time it took you to dispatch with this, it's now itself turned, well, not completely, but nearly into a pile of ash itself.
Well, that's not the same wolf from the other night. This one looked a little bit Tougher.
Well, that's the last time I go outside of the little hut to go look for something.
Again,
Oh, you did fairly well. I pat him on the back.
in the distance, you hear more. The screeching sound, and you also hear the low.
Perhaps
Not
we
in response to each other, but you hear them. And at this point, having been here, having heard them, you can tell they're coming from most of them. The sounds you hear are coming from in the Broom Hills, almost bouncing off of the hills within, kind of creating this ominous, echoey sound.
Everyone get close to me, and I'll bring back the.
I'll build another fire.
I get close to him.
Okay.
I get very close to Hugo.
Yeah, it's a ritual, so it doesn't
just takes
take up a
time
spell.
to do it.
Yeah, it takes 11 minutes.
I'm just gonna keep my eyes out during those 11 minutes.
Yeah,
Make a
and
perception check.
I'm also going to be
I'm building my fire.
I'm also gonna take
18.
As this is happening at first, you don't see anything. As the time goes on, you see the hut begin to form over Hugo's figure. As it's almost touching, you do see red eyes off in the distance, 100 feet away, out in what appears to be a flat, low shrubbed area.
I'm going to. You said 100 feet away?
Yeah. Give or take. He sees it.
Oh, I don't see it.
Well, I don't think we should go after it again because it looks like we're about done. I peek up at the hut being completed.
Go after what?
But it seems like we got another set of eyes watching us. And I try to point them out to everyone.
Can I blast it?
Can I see him? The eyes?
Let's just
When he
wait.
points them out, you can see just for a second, and then disappears, and you're not.
Damn it.
Yeah, probably best to wait until morning at this point and.
It's the call lightning thing. Or
Okay.
strike something with lightning. We were all huddled around the last one. I really wanted to do it.
You should have done that.
Just kill everybody.
Well, let's figure out what to do about this mayor. I mean, it sounds like Dudley, he may have sent us on a wild goose chase.
I'm not sure. I mean, that could have been my impression.
Do these things come out during the day, or is it only at night?
And that can be whatever you take with the information I give you.
Maybe at night.
I don't want to go
there's-
pointing fingers unnecessarily, but it looks like, we didn't end up anywhere near where he told us to be.
What about this? We've taken out the goblin riders' mounts, these wolves. We get half the gold, 250. We head back and we tell them we couldn't find the goblins.
How do we show them that we killed a wolf? It turned into a pile of ashes.
No, the other wolves from last night. We can
We
just go
didn't take
collect
any
their
of
heads.
them, but we can go
just
get their
back.
heads, and we took out their mounts, and maybe we even took out the goblins. Who's to say?
Do wolves normally attack people like this if they're not,
I've never seen a wolf have blood spill out and the blood start attacking me.
That's a little strange.
And the ashes were a little bit strange too. I will say that.
Yeah, that wasn't a normal wolf.
Good night.
As you all tuck in the safety of your tiny hut.
I guess I'll keep first watch.
I'm gonna use my lay on hands pool. Who's got low HP?
I hilariously went from almost dead to with all the threes in his spell. I am Gucci.
I'm gonna go take the pyramid out.
Okay.
I'm watching him do this.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Sleep.
I just noticed.
He's obsessed with you.
What are you doing here?
I'm also casting Song of Rest, by the way.
Okay. So, before you do this, go ahead and make your perception check, just so I can do this in order.
Nat 20.
Okay. Various points throughout. Well, no, let's do this now.
I'm going to open it, press again.
Okay. Again, lights up blue facing you. The other side, the side to the right, red, green, yellow. A second, shifts. Blue's now to your right, followed by red opposite you, green, yellow facing you. And every second, the colors switch.
I'll press to stop it.
You're pressing to stop where?
I press a color at this point.
So
I'll
there's
press,
sides.
yeah.
And so are you keeping track of what you pressed before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
but I thought it
didn't
stopped. I thought I would press the top and then it would stop.
No.
And then I press.
So you press it's the sheer metallic black. shiny black, almost a grayish black. You press it, and then it lights up. Every time you've done this, it's been blue facing you, and every time it's also been blue, red, green, yellow. So every second the colors shift.
Yeah, I'll
in a
immediately press
counterclockwise
the
order.
red side.
Okay, so as it starts, you press red.
Red right.
Well, there's only one button, right? You're waiting until red is facing you.
Yeah, wait, sorry.
No.
Where is blue at this? So imagine
Facing me.
Blue.
I feel like we
that's
gotta
the
get
first
up and
position.
really see what's going on here.
Yeah, I haven't pressed it in that.
Okay, so you
position yet.
press red, which
Yeah.
would now be at the number 2.
Right.
And as you do, the lights shut down,
Okay.
and the top clinks back shut. Okay.
Then I'll go to sleep.
Okay, you go to sleep. And you can do this once a long rest, by the way. So
that's fine.
it can be whenever after you wake. You see various shapes throughout the night. The occasional eyes, various things. Most of them far off in the distance, almost at the edge of your vision.
Well, do they seem to be keeping towards, I guess, the north and the Brune Hills, or do they seem to be all around?
It's mostly in front, so north towards the Broom Hills. Nothing necessarily coming close. Nothing appears to be seeking you out, but you do see movement. The occasional set of red eyes.
Eyes and movement.
Very rare. Some would say you see eyes and movement.
Okay.
Okay. Morning comes. What do you want to do?
And
I would have woken someone up for another rest at some point.
No, morning came. You would have done that.
Okay.
Much.
I just want to make sure I get my long rest.
Yeah, you'll get it. But that just for what you've seen at night. If anybody else came up and rolled a decent enough perception, they would have also seen that. But we'll just assume, for the sake of time, you would have told them, even if they didn't.
Yeah.
Unless you didn't want to.
No, I would have told.
Okay. It is now morning.
Well, looks like breakfast. I look at Andre.
It looks like get the fuck out of here. Is what it looks like. We got daylight. Let's get on the move. We're not sticking around here to fucking cook.
Before breakfast?
Look around for the cabin?
I look at everybody just like perplexed.
I thought we had made the plan of go collect the wolves. It was your plan, Harlow.
I'm gonna
I didn't think we'd do it before breakfast.
Honesty?
Huh? Find Steve. It's gonna take me 10 minutes.
Okay. As you guys are kind of bickering over breakfast, Corbin goes off to the side, start packing things up and getting ready to go. We'll say that about the time, whether it's breakfast or
And I'm not
ready
just
to go.
bickering, I'm like making the fire, but at the same time like handing food stuff to Andre.
I'm not taking it. I've got like my hands on my side.
I'm trying to
Just
make it cook it.
Okay, as Harlow is unsuccessfully trying to get the chef to cook dinner, breakfast, you complete the ritual cast.
Awesome. I walk back over, but I'm not really walking. I'm actually on my new warhorse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it me? What the? Can I pet it? Where did that beast come from? I kind of glance around for Fee and see him there.
It's not me.
Ah, Hylia. I learned about a way to summon such a magnificent steed quite a while back.
I'll take
Until
one
now, all
myself.
my
if you-
efforts were fruitless.
They don't have any horses. in
Until now,
Imperial,
yeah.
So I
This
look
is
at
the
them and
first
say, what a
time.
nice cow.
I take one, please.
She's bound to me. Me alone.
Do you have any sisters?
You can ask.
Can you look around for the cabin?
Hila, do you have any sisters?
Hylia, do you have any sisters? I can actually speak. The horse and I understand each other.
Oh wait, I
No, I don't.
No sisters, unfortunately.
Well,
Me?
there's certainly room enough for two.
There's not.
1.5, and I look at Fee and Dudley.
Are we gonna look for a cabin or not?
I think we're gonna give up on that, considering we almost died, and we think there's a good chance we were sent out here
We
to
were
die.
fine.
The only reason we almost died is because we didn't stay in the hut. If we have to, we just stay in the hut again.
And as all this is going on, I'm trying to cook just breakfast for myself, which is just like I've thrown some random shit in a pan.
We're already all the way out here. We might as well look around. What if we just got off track?
I mean, perhaps we could make a loop loop back around and come in the north side of the city? I don't know.
The city. I look confused as I'm looking at my food.
Gargill, have you just been absent-minded this whole journey? Do you, by any chance, remember your beloved?
Yeah, whatever happened to her?
Did you notice how that wolf was covered in blood last night?
She must have done some damage before she went on looking for the cabin.
I cast prestidigitation on his food and instantly soil it and cause it to go rancid. Well, I guess we better get going.
Yes, I do want to point out that
I
rumors
assume I just cooked it poorly.
were that the Hebrewn live in a cave to the north of Garrickhill. And if we're in the foothills almost to where the hills rise up, maybe we're almost to where their lair is.
I mean, we're all the way out here. It took us a long time to get here, so before we go back,
Are we ready?
what do we need to do out here? I want my 500
do some more
gold.
probing. And we could search as well.
So,
Did the rumors say how far north?
Well, I'm assuming if it's a cave, it would have to be.
Make an intelligence check. Make a history check.
History.
Yeah.
It's 8.
Not sure.
Oh, I thought that was a
Not
1.
sure, but I can
7.
assume that if it's a cave, it has to be up in the mountains, not just, in the foothills.
Maybe.
Possibly. There.
Did you say it's a cave?
It is a cave from what you've heard.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. So assume what you will.
so he doesn't know, but you just
Yeah.
assume.
Whereabouts are we? Let's see the map again.
Well, just south of the Brune Hills.
You all do realize this math really tells us nothing, right? I pull out like the crudely drawn map of like a line, another line, and a dot. And I'm like, what we know is we're not
Where
at the
on the
dot,
line
and we're
are
not
we?
on either of the lines.
Well, let's look around for the dot for a little bit.
A dot can't be that hard to find.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to go to the Brune Hills. It's not a bad idea with that. I'm kind of looking at my food on a plate and it's rancidness. I'm like, let's get going. And I kind of walk and I hand it to Andre as I walk by.
I'm not taking it.
You kind of like
I
brush it.
yeah, I
into
just
him,
kind
and
of,
it
I just kind of
spills
like,
off
yeah,
on
I
the
just kind of
ground.
like let it
No,
go. as I hand it.
I'll grab it before that. Let me see that. It doesn't look that bad, and I'll cast prestidigitation on it to flavor it and then eat it. It's pretty good,
As he
actually.
catches his rancid meal before it spills, looks at it for a second, just kind of runs his hand over it, and then starts eating pieces of it.
I kind of eye him sort of ashamedly.
This is great.
And watch as he's eating it. I'm just like,
Disgusting.
all
Hey,
right.
Harley.
And I walk.
Not bad.
I appreciate the sentiment, and then I kind of just try to distance myself from the meal I've just prepared that was clearly rancid.
And I'll eat the rest.
Okay. It's satisfying. Delicious. What are you doing?
I want to look around to make sure that there's not actually a cabin.
Okay.
If we came all the way out here.
But yeah, I think we should continue trekking north.
Going north. Oh. Northwest. Okay. Northwest you go.
I'm looking. Any sign of either Slaven or a cabin?
As you press north, make a survival check. Northwest.
And this is sort of almost plainy, right? Like shrubbery and plainy.
At first, as
15.
you keep going, it's now plainy.
Okay.
15.
Yep.
You do notice out here when you're out of the shrubs, out of all the shadows, snow is gone as if the sun has melted it. Very squishy the ground, very wet. As you keep going, you see various possibly tracks. None of them look human or humanoid, and nothing that would indicate to you specific directions. It's just
sorry.
that's just mixed within, because you're kind of in it's like a souping marsh. I mean, you've got a permafrost that's held the snow that's now melted. That's got water on it, and so it's a very wet grassland.
do we have a pretty strong line of sight now? Like it's not forest, like we can see
Broom Hill's right in front of you as you continue going.
and like to the
can't
left
see
and
any
all along the
hills.
foothills, like we can kind of see pretty far, like miles around
Right.
us, sort of.
Yeah, you can see kind of off in the distance. Now you get closer, you can see kind of a small, not a path, but like a valley, very narrow valley in between some of the foothills.
If you were going to build a cabin, would you put it in the valley or on a hill?
I'll put it as far away from those foothills if I could, but this guy's dead, so he's obviously not very smart.
Well, I'm hesitant to draw on this power, but if we sit here for about an hour, I'll summon my familiar, and maybe he can search from the air.
If you have to take a shit after the meal, just say so. You don't have to make it so poetic. If we sit here for an hour. What about the calling stone? I wonder. I mean, if he's right that there's, or the cinder stone or whatever, the Baru, maybe she knows if the Baru have been whispered to be in the foothills.
I'll hand it to Arlo. And
I dial it up.
Wait, do you know who you're dialing?
it's touch. It's
I
touchpad.
touch screen it. Hello. Do I know?
Who are you dialing?
Are you doing that?
The woman who sent us on this
Yeah.
mission initially gave us a
You do-
stone
okay, so you
that we could
start
contact
with
her.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll take an hour.
I ring him. I ring a ringer. I don't know how it works, but I press the button.
Yeah, you should.
You'd seen Hugo use before. Speak something into it.
I know this is terrible, but
just don't have
what was
this
her name again?
Celine.
Celine. Celine. Hello. And I'm tapping on it.
After a few seconds, you hear, yes, this is your first time using a sending stone, I can tell. Tell me what you want. Have you found the Hebron?
Give it here, Harlow. Stop messing with that. This is.
Oh, his own name.
You're Harlow,
Oh
right?
shit.
Yeah, it's a
I say
silver
that
raven.
too. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my silver raven statue on the ground and use it.
Okay.
Okay, what are you saying?
So it creates like a little raven
Okay.
that we all understand. It understands us.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell it, get up high and look around for a cabin.
Okay.
I think there's a cabin somewhere in these.
Or a cave.
Which direction?
A cabin or a cave?
Well, I mean, I want you to go look straight up for a cabin or a cave, and then if you don't see anything within a range around us, just do like a circle around the spot.
Okay.
Come back here in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's Harlow, as you probably met me when we met. But I'm wondering, we made it to Garrigal. We're up in the Broom Hills, if you're familiar. It's a lovely country full of wild beasts. But I was curious. Have you ever heard of Ruber? Dudley, you said it was the Broom were living in a cave in the Broom Hills cave area. North of Garrigal. Have you heard rumor of such a thing?
After a few moments, you hear, no, I've not. All I heard was that the Hebron were in Garrigal. I don't know anything about where a cave where they station out of. That's why I sent you to figure these things out.
Oh, we're well on our way, actually. We're just about figured it out. But another question I had really quickly. Our friend Dudley, he's a hell of a gentleman, half the man you'll ever be, but he was suggested that maybe the mayor might be in with, what do you say, the mayor might be in with the Hebron. What would you say about that? If he was to send, hypothetically, a band of travelers off on a mission to help the town, well, they were doing something else, could it be a nefarious purpose?
A much longer pause this time. Much longer.
A very long time.
1 hour
later.
Some would say
A week-long pause.
Bikini bottom.
4 hours later. I can't do that.
You do. She says back, I would say tread very carefully. And remember, if the Hebron are not something the Crown Head should be worried about, don't create a stir. If you think the master of town is in league with the Hebron, that complicates things considerably. Do you know this to be true, or do you merely suspect it?
It's more of a suspicion, really. We were talking to some travelers who might have got fooled by him, but and I thought I'd ask for them whether they're going to meet them later at the tavern after we're after the Hebron thing. But right now, we're just...
Can she hear the laughing through the sentence?
She's faint, yes.
So that's good to know. We'll make sure to let the mayor know it's bad if he's... Well, we'll not tell him anything, actually. But we'll let the travelers know everything that they need to know without telling them any details.
Much faster this time, almost as if, or almost at the instant that you stopped talking. Again, don't create a ruckus, first off, and secondly, don't act on this unless you're sure, because this will have ramifications, certainly.
Certainly.
Have you indicated why you're in town? And if so, have you indicated your connection to me?
Oh,
You hear concern in her
not a
voice.
thing, no. We came to town to travel through, to do some things and get some boots. And then, being this, as you've seen us, was quite capable. We were offered patronage, and we met travelers who were offered a job, and we considered helping them, but we didn't.
Make a deception check.
Ooh, that one. But my deception modifier is high. I think it's like a 10.
It's a nat one's a nat one.
Oh, shit.
For this scenario. I fear this was a mistake. Given what you've said about the Master of Town and everything else you've said, it probably would be best if you if you leave the town and don't risk.
We're way ahead of you, actually.
Am I hearing all of this? Am I hearing her?
I believe it's somewhat like a walkie-talkie, so if you're close enough, yes. But if somebody wants to check that, I don't believe it's personal to the speaker. So y'all are probably close enough to...
I do want to come clean with you, Selena. I don't want you to worry about us because I know you're fond of us. We did take on a side mission to gain the trust of the town here. So we're tracking down some bandits, but we're a little suspicious of the motives, really. But all that being said, we appreciate your time here. I'm kind of like stumbling. I'm like
I grab the stone. I just grab the stone and be like, "This is Andre. You have nothing to worry about. As it stands, the only one who knows that we're looking for them is someone whose family was murdered by the Hebron and is traveling with us. The mayor."
Hello, it's me, Dudley.
The mayor asked us to kill some goblins that were raiding, and we brought the guy with us whose family was killed. Dudley, he wants you to know his name is Dudley. And as we were traveling, he told us his concerns. The mayor has no clue, there's no concern. Harlow is just stumbling over his words because he has a crush on you.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
She puts McNob to shame.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 1.
Yeah.
My persuasion is -1.
Look, I trusted you because you're friends of Alden. I mean no disrespect, but I think that this situation is a bit more complicated than I first thought. I think it would be best if you leave. If you leave Garagil, I can meet you in Dimesh Hold in 2 or 3 days' time. If that's sufficient, I can pay you. I didn't get clearance for. You kind of hear him murmuring to herself. I can, if necessary, I can meet you in Dimesh Hold, but I think it's probably best if you don't create any more of a disturbance.
Okay.
We all just sit there talking.
Y'all see me like motioning to me.
Well, we're all just There is. How about this? 3 days. How many days travel away from Dimensional?
Do you have the sending stone? Or are you talking to everyone?
I'm just kind of talking, but I'm talking loud enough for everyone heard and everyone to hear. What are approximately?
I don't think that it's. I think you have to act like you have to consciously.
Oh, okay.
Oh, send it.
So we can talk without.
Right.
Oh, so I'm actually trying to talk so she hears me. So I guess I'll take it, but I'll be like talking to everyone. How many days is Garrigal from Dimensional to you?
I think it took us 2 days or so to get here.
And then you're about a day back to town, a little over.
Wait, I thought it only took him 1 day to get from
Yeah, I think it was about a day.
Oh, okay.
So like 2 days.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, 2 days total.
So we certainly understand your concern, but it would be, a wee bit more trouble than sitting out in the Brune Hills if they were on to us or anything. Maybe we meet you in 4 days and we come back with whatever report we have.
I'm gonna like lean to the Sangster and say, now look, at this point it would be more suspect of us to not return with these goblin heads because the mayor sent us on a mission. If we just disappeared with Dudley, they're gonna send somebody out to go find him. And if he goes back alone, they're not gonna believe him if he says we all got killed or something. At this point, it is more suspect for us to disappear.
I think make a deception check here.
I'm actually being honest.
So you're returning with goblin heads because that gave me, as I listened to you, it gave me the impression that you now have finished what you've done and you have.
Well, I meant we were going to keep hunting the goblins, but my modifier is the same.
No, well, say what you want to do. What do you want to do before you?
Why are we letting New York talk?
My persuasion's only plus 11.
It's going to be 70, right? But it
would have been
need it as a persuasion.
Okay, it would have been disadvantaged then if it was persuasion, but it doesn't matter.
Well, then it's still a 7 because I rolled 8 both times.
What about my persuasive argument?
Y'all are running to the end of them.
I haven't made one.
Say what? You started to make a couple.
I never got to roll one. I wanted to base it on my rolls, not my words.
There can be serious consequences. Well, you normally yes, but once you get to the disadvantaged land.
Is the Raven almost back?
You said an hour, so it's probably occurring.
Yeah,
we'll
like an
speed
hour
it
if
up.
it doesn't find anything. But like, if it finds anything compelling.
Nothing yet. Look, it's a delicate situation, as you know, as I mentioned. I would prefer if you do make a point. Take this Dudley back to town and then leave promptly for Temeshhold.
Can I go with him?
I kind of look at him and nod.
I don't. That is. I don't care what he does. But as you mentioned, don't make things more suspicious. If you're in the Broom Hills, you not returning would not at all be suspicious.
What kind of boots does she wear?
But if you insist on going back through town, you know the situation. Do what you must, show Dudley's face, and then leave. Please, without causing any more more issues.
Can I ask her what size boots she wears so I can make her some?
I 5'6" petite women's.
1 to 5, 1 to 6. Said 1 to 5, 1 to 6.
Did I say that?
You said a 5,
6.
6.
Oh, I said 5 petite women's.
No, you said 5, 6 petite women's.
Did I?
Yep.
Yes.
We've got it on stream.
Left one's a 5, the right one's a 6.
I thought you were just trying to say 5.5, but they didn't have 5.5s. But okay.
Nope. Did I say 5'2", maybe?
You said 5.
I mean, it sounded very natural. It was like thinking like a 5, 6, depending on the brand.
She doesn't clarify.
if the convo is kind of wrapping up, I kind of take the sandstone and look around everyone, kind of turn away and like kind of talk quietly. When we get to the folded, I should probably take you out for dinner to fill you in on all the finer details of the journey. Maybe a drink. Well, probably. So in 3 or 4 days, I'll meet you there. What do you say about that?
Static. No.
Dimeshhold, I'll be there in 4 days. That sounds fantastic. I'll meet you there then, please.
Do I know any of the good inns at Dimeshhold? Or restaurants?
You know the one, the Black and Brews is the one that you stopped at on your way through.
So we'll just do dinner at the Black and Brews probably. We'll meet you there.
I'll meet you all there at Black and Brews in 4 days.
Alright, and me and you will do dinner.
Nothing.
And then, alright. And I kind of hold it away so it's not talking to it. Dinner it is!
Okay. And as you guys are now at the base of the Broom Hills.
And as I hand handing something to him, I just want to say, me and her kind of have a thing.
With deception check. With a big decision on your horizon.
Wait,
on the
Raven back yet? Or?
The Raven returns. Doing a circle for an hour around you, broadening just around this general vicinity with just staying above this area, it sees nothing.
No good news, fellas.
Okay.
It's time to kidnap the mayor.
As I said,
I forgot to turn off the sending stone.
A decision to make as you guys pack up camp. The day in front of you, a long journey back to Garagil, and perhaps an even longer one with your tail between your legs to Dimeshhold, and that's where we'll end tonight, and we'll pick up next Wednesday for more Uffaisas and Albers.
If we're meeting for dinner, it'll be a Wednesday, that's for sure.
And cut straight.
There we go.